If you have any skill at all, editing, fitness, mindset, sales, and literally anything, I'm going to show you how exactly you can turn it into a $10,000 a month online business. And no, you do not need to have a big audience, run any ads, or have some crazy fancy website. Because here's the truth. Most people don't fail online just because they lack a skill. They fail because they don't know how to package that skill into an offer where people can pay them thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for that skill. And that is exactly what this video is about. In this training, I'll be showing you the following. Number one, how to identify your skill that can actually make you money. Number two, how you can package that skill into an offer. Number three, how you can build an authority engine to actually sign clients. And lastly, number four, how to create a simple system that books clients in your calendar every single day. And halfway through this video, I'll show you guys real clients results and case studies so that you know how many people are actually using this framework. Also, here's another thing that I'd like to add. Somewhere in this video, I'll review a secret phrase. And if you manage to find that secret phrase, you will unlock a free gift to help you monetize your skills immediately. Now, before we dive into this framework, let me just go ahead and give you a bit of context. 2 years ago, I was just like anybody else, jumping from business model to business model, just like drop shipping, trading, copywriting, trying literally anything. And don't get me wrong, like those models work. But after failing over and over again, I realized something that most people never understand. The real money isn't in the business model, right? The real money is in a skill. Because once you have a valuable skill that solves a specific problem, people will be willing to pay you. So I learned concentration and the art of going viral. I packaged that skill into an offer and I started signing clients. One moment I'm earning $2,000, sometimes I'm earning $3,000, $5,000. And I still remember the moment when I closed my first 2K deal just from selling my knowledge. And fast forward today, I'm happy to say that I am making multiple six figures and help people turn their skills into a digital offer that generates thousands. For example, take a look at Ruslan. He built a 2 million follower personal brand and made $5,000 in a day just by selling a looks maxing program. And in this training, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do this step by step. That way you can literally turn any skill set that you have into a 10K a month business. Without further ado, let's go and let's get to it.
What's good, everyone, and welcome to the first ever module of the skill identification module. So in today's module right here, it's going to be really simple, It's going to be really simple. This is for you if you think you don't have a skill, or you know that you have something inside of you, but you just don't know how to get it out and just structure that into a skill, or you have a skill already, but you just don't know how to really like define that and turn that into a diamond where nobody can resist. If that is you right there, this video is for you. And in today's video, we're going to go over with finding your ikigai. Now, you guys might be wondering, like, what is an ikigai? What are you talking about? Ikigai is basically a Japanese concept that is for like old people to discover their meaning of life. Well, we're not really doing that because obviously, like, that's some self-improvement shit. I don't want to go over that. But what I'm using ikigai for is to literally find your skill, find your skill set, find the true meaning of what you actually love to do, right? So this is a combination of what you love to do, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. If you guys want access to the worksheet where you guys can actually fill this up in your own time, go to the link in the description of this video. You should scroll it and you should see a Google Doc link. With that Google Doc link, click in it and make a copy. Once you make a copy, mind you guys, you need to make a copy in order to actually make this work. Make a copy of the document and you can just fill it up in your own time. But basically, if you guys can see over here, it's just a combination. And all of these stuff right here, like what I love to do, mission, passion, what I'm good at, profession, what I can be paid for, my vocation, what the world needs, stuff like this, it all combines to your ikigai. And now once you find your ikigai, you become the niche. So the most important question that you really want to like ask yourself on a deeper level is what I can be paid for, right? Or you can even ask like, okay, has there ever been a scenario where someone is asking me for help on some certain things and they're willing to pay for it, right? Has there? Because I kid you not, there's probably some scenarios where that should happen to you, right? Or maybe you can fall in love with some certain things. Like for example, if you fall in love with fitness, become a fitness coach, right? Document your life around that. Like there's friends, I had friends who fell in love with fitness. They want to get jacked, and all they do is that they just document their life. They document their journey, and by documenting their journey, is just basically their passion and their mission over here from their ikigai, right? And what I'm good at, what is my profession, what the world needs, stuff like that. They combine it all. They document their life, and there's people that are interested, and they follow them for the journey, right? That's why I said once you find your ikigai, you become the niche. That is where you stand out from the rest of your competitors. Obviously, right now, The skill set that you're thinking of, for example, it can be marketing. There's so many people out there that is doing the same thing that you're doing right now, marketing, right? What matters the most is you learn how you can stand out. And that is by finding your ikigai. Because obviously, I have a different set of DNA. You have a different set of DNA. Every single person is unique in this world, right? You have your own storyline as well. Tell your storyline. Tell your storyline. That is how you differentiate yourself, right? Everything is different. So again, right, just repeat myself. Go to the link of this video. You should find the worksheet, make a copy of it, and just fill it up in your own time. So after that, you want to combine everything. Once you worked out everything, including this Ikigai worksheet that I provide to you guys, you want to combine it into a skill, right? Combine it into a skill, including, obviously adding all of your why, your passion, what you stand for, add all of that into a skill that people are actually interested in actually buying, right? Number one in finding a good skill is it solves a problem where this world is facing right now. For example, marketing. There's a lot of brands out there that doesn't know how to market. There's a lot of old heads out there that doesn't know how to market, right? Or for example, fitness. 99% of the world is fat and overweight, right? Help these people. You want to find like a genuine problem where a lot of the world is facing right now, right? So that is what makes a really good skill, and a lot of people will be paid for that. And you can literally see the buying power. You can literally do market research and ask your friends, ask your family, is this the type of problem that they're actually facing? If a lot of them say yes, 9 times out of 10, your skill probably have a lot of buying power. So I did this myself, and the whole reason why is literally just separation, right? Obviously, it helps me define my skill, which literally this Ikigai worksheet have literally helped me identify my skill set of content creation, because back then I used to go viral and I did all this cool stuff, right? It helps me with that, and it also helped me with separation, learning how to actually make myself stand out. I'm no longer tapping into saturation, because obviously you already know the skill set that the skill set that you have. There's hundreds of millions of people that have the same things as you, right? If not, it could be rare, but obviously, like, there should be some people that have the exact skill set that you have right now, right? So you need to learn the art of separation. You need to learn the art of tapping out of you need to learn, excuse me, you need to learn the art of tapping out of saturation, right? Because I separated myself from my competitors. Hence why my personal brand stood out. Hence what I'm teaching stood out. Hence, because I tell my story. I tell my story. I'm my own person. I'm authentic. Hence the reason why I stood out, right? I don't know why I copied and paste that. But next thing is you want to ask yourself, write it on your notes or whatever it is, right? What do people ask me for help with? And that's what I mentioned before, right? Ask your friends, ask your family, ask other people. What do people ask me for help with, right? Like, you can literally go back and see yourself like 5 years ago, right? What was your experience? What have I improved at consistently, right? What problem can I solve better than average? Is someone already making money doing this? If all of these takes out, if all of these takes out, and like the answer for this is logical, 9 times out of 10, you have a great skill and you can literally monetize. Yo, what is good, everyone, and welcome to the next module. In today's module, we are going to help you find your ideal client profile. So before we get into anything, I want you guys to make a copy of this template. If you guys scroll down, you should see a Google Drive link. I paste all the assets there so you guys can actually access it, make a copy, and actually start implementing it for yourself. So what is an ICP, right? An ICP stands for ideal client profile, and it's basically who you want to take in as a client, right? It's not rocket science or anything complicated, right? It's just generally like, who do you actually want to work with and who do you actually want to take in, right? And this is based upon, location, age, what do they even do for work? Do they even match your personality, right? Are their personality traits aligned with your personality traits? Do they even, like, how much do they need to have saved up in order for them to actually invest into your service or your coaching or whatever it is, right? So when it comes to selling a service, you have to target one avatar only. If you target broad, then you're basically fucked. Your communication won't be personalized and your offer won't be personalized. The key about actually growing your coaching business is being personalized, right? When you're able to talk with a specific demographic of people, that's when you will grow. That's when people will actually pay you, right? And after you find who your ideal client is, you're going to be structuring your offer and post content marketing towards them, right? And now, instead of just marketing towards, oh, okay, this guy, and then suddenly a whole another demographic, you are just targeting one, right? At the end of the day, what you guys need to realize is that you're speaking to just one persona only. So with your ideal client profile, I need you guys to find out the following: age range, location, what do they do for work, how much should they have saved, what is their story, my bad, what is their current situation, and do they even need your skill set? Do they even need your service or your coaching, right? If yes, then it's good. If not, then you shouldn't be talking to them, right? So age range, I'm gonna give you guys a prime example right now. For me, I like anyone who's above 18 all the way to, I say 18 all the way to 35 would be a good range. The reason why I don't want to go above 35 is just these people, man, are just too old. They won't even understand anything. So 18 is the fact that they can actually make their own financial decisions, and 35 is just the limit, right? Okay, location. Okay, wait, age range, and I also want to expand with age. No, I also want to expand with gender. Okay, I want to targeting males. I want to target males because my brand is all about masculinity, self improvement, right? Waking up early, having that discipline, having that fighting spirit, working every single day, putting in the work every single day. So that's what I want. Location. So when it comes to location, obviously it would be a no brainer for you guys to just attract everyone and just anyone from anywhere. Though the problem with that is that when you're targeting anyone from, like, when you're just targeting the broad, when you're just targeting people from, okay, this place and that place and this place, it becomes, there's a lot of unqualified countries, such as, no hate to these countries, but India, Nigeria, for example, right? And all of the third world countries. So what I want you guys to target, you guys don't have to, by the way, but my recommendation is target the United States, because the United States has a really good buying power. USA, right? USA, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, all of the countries that are in the first world or the second world, that'll be good, because all of these countries has a really good buying power, right? For example, countries in India, coaching services will be max probably like $300, where in USA people are used to paying stuff that is like $5,000, $6,000. My boy Hoku invested 12K in a mentor, right? So that's just crazy. And what do they do for work? Do they have a 9 to 5? Are you targeting 9 to 5 workers? Who are you really targeting, right? What do they do for work? So, for example, a lot of people be like 9 to 5ers. 9 to 5ers. If you guys help, for example, if you're a credit coach and you're trying to get people to up their credit and they need a lot to invest, you might want to target business owners, right? Business owners. And it's just all about who you want to bring in. If you're B2C, stuff like 9 to 5 or students, all of these type of stuff would be B2C. But if you're B2B, you want to attract business owners, people that actually have large capacity to invest. How much should they have saved? Now, this is basically based on the pricing of your program. For example, if your program is $2,000, how much should they have saved? Okay, minimum 1,000. All right, minimum 1,000, for example, right? Where if your program is 6,000, you might need to have them have at least 3K, 4K, 5K saved, right? The reason why we go lower than that is because obviously payment plans is accepted. If you want people to just pay in full, then no worries, just have them, just let them have the money that they should invest, right? What is your story? Go step by step. I don't want you guys to just be on the top of the iceberg and just talk about, oh, they want to get rich, they want to do this, they want to do that. Go in depth. Talk about when they achieve their outcome, when they achieve the outcome, what is the feeling, what is it gained, what does that do to their day-to-day life, what does that do to their family, especially their mom and their dads, right? So what is their story right now? Go step by step, right? So I'd be like, okay, wake up, oh, wake up, fucking okay, how do I say, feels tired, get on phone, feels like he could do more, and etc., right? I need you guys to go step by step. Let me just delete this real quick. And what is their current situation, right? As for the current situation, it's just like their story. This is like their story, right? But the difference is their story is basically their backstory into now. And the current situation is where they're at right now, right? And again, go step by step. And do they even need your skill set? Really common question, but you need to do a lot of thinking and a lot of market research to actually come up with a yes or no, right? For example, if I realize that the person I'm trying to talk to doesn't even need my service or doesn't even feel the pain and the desire for my for my service or for my coaching, I wouldn't even want to target them. If not, if they don't need if they do not need your service, you might just have to erase it. This you just might have to erase all of this and just overall restart and just go back to the drawing board, right? I'm just gonna revert this so you guys don't get confused when it's time to um, fill things up. Cool. Okay, cool. Right. Now, I want you guys to write the following pain points and their biggest struggles right now. And what are pain points? Pain points is just the stuff that they're tired of every single day. For example, my pain point could be, for example, right? If I wanna lose fat and build muscle, my pain point would be giving up on that donut, right? So you want to list all the things out, as many as you can. The more things that you can list out, the more clarity you actually gain in terms of actually figuring out who your ICP is. Now, your perceived problems. What is a perceived problems? A perceived problems is the problems that they have right now that they think is a real problem, but actually is not, right? So, for example, perceived problem of mine could be it could be definitely has to do a lot of thinking. But a perceived problem is basically something that people think that is what actually hold them back, but it's not. Like that is non-existent. It's fugazi, right? And their desires. What do they actually want in life? What do they actually want in life? Another thing that you can add as well, it's either perceived problems or limiting beliefs, right? These are all in the same category. So limiting beliefs are the beliefs that they have that is actually holding them back. For example, right? I could say, for example, if I was a content creator, right, and I'm really bad at content, my limiting belief could be maybe I'm shadow banned, or the algorithm just doesn't like me, or I need to look good in order to be in front of the camera, right? These are limiting beliefs. And their desires, what do they actually want in life? Obviously, they want to get rich, they want to do this, they want to do that, but go in depth. Go in depth of what actually they will get from that. Like what does that do for them? What does that do to their confidence? What does that do to their overall mental health and their physical body, right? That is exactly how you can find your ideal client profile. After you dial that in, your next step is going to just structure your offer and post content marketing towards them. See you guys in the next module. Let's get to it. Yo, what is good, everyone, and welcome to the next module. In today's module, I'll be helping you guys create your offer live. So you're literally gonna be doing it with me. If you guys want a document that looks something like this, it'll be in the link in the description. So just click in the link of the description. It'll be a Google Doc link, and just like before, you're gonna make a copy and you can just fill it up and go through the video. And yeah. So, anyways, over here we got pricing. Let me just highlight that real quick. We got pricing, outcome, deliverables, process, and guarantee. All of these factors right here will make a great offer. Now, as for the guarantee part, you don't even need a guarantee, right? Because the thing with guarantee is that it's two things. If you have a guarantee, most of the time you're going to attract people who just buy based off emotion. And a lot of these people would just, will often just refund, dispute the payment, do some chargebacks here and there. And we don't want that, right? So for guarantee, it's completely up to you. If you want to have a guarantee, that's completely fine. If not, then that's completely fine as well. For me, I don't have a guarantee in my offer. A lot of my clients don't even have a guarantee because we want to attract people who are serious. So we need to work out all of this stuff, right? And that would just conclude to a great offer. But first, in order to build this out, I need to role play. I need to give a skill first. Let's say it's copywriting, right? Actually, nah, let's just go more broad. Let's say I'm a fitness coach, for example. Let's say I'm just a fitness coach because a lot of you guys already understand what a fitness coach is. They're everywhere. So I'm a fitness coach. Let me just make my camera smaller. There we go. I'm a fitness coach. Oh shoot. There we go. All right, there you go. Okay, so I'm a fitness coach. So the first thing that we need to go over is the pricing. All right, we need to go over the pricing. So let me just get my pen out. So with the pricing, like I said before, we are not going to charge anywhere from $5 all the way to like $100. This is just cheap. And in order for you to actually make a return on investment fast, you don't want to charge that low because at the end of the day, we want to charge premium. We want to charge premium. So anywhere from $500 and above would be good. For me, it really depends on the value that I'm providing. If the value that I'm providing matches my pricing structure, then it's good, right? For me, if I were to make a great offer, I would price my fitness offer. I price my online fitness offer as 199.7, right? And now we need a time frame as well. So I do this for 3 months, right? Another way on how you can actually get more sales is by doing this thing called price anchoring. Let's say your price is 2K, right? This is rounded up to 2K. What price anchoring is that you literally double the price. So the perceived price is not 2K anymore, it's 4K. But instead of just offering 4K one-time payment upfront, you're going to offer 2K now and 2K after you achieved XYZ. And now instead of them perceiving your offer as 2K, now they perceive your offer as 4K, right? And that is the real value of it. And there's two things. It's not only making your offer feel more premium and more so like you're confident that you can actually get them the results, hence why you're charging another 2K after they get those results, right? Now the results, the outcome, we're gonna work in a bit. But as I was saying, right, instead of them just thinking that the price is 2K, now they're thinking that it's 4K. And it's even it's even good for you because another thing that they can do is they can even pay in full if they have the money, if they feel enough conviction in your offer, right? So that's what I would do. But for me, I do, $1,997 for 3 months. Or we can just do like kind of like split payments. If you want to, we can do like 500 until we get the 4K. Or I would just double that price so that the perceived price would be 4K, right? And then what I'll do is I'll just do 2K now and 2K after results, right? That's what I would structure it as. That way, when people perceived your product, it will be up here. Like they'll perceive it as something that's high quality, something that's premium, right? And instead of them just perceiving it as the 2K price, they're gonna perceive it as 4K. And especially if you're offering 2K now and 2K after results, they're gonna feel more conviction into buying because like, damn, this guy's charging me another 2K when I'm getting these results. Like that's the level of confidence that he have. You know what I mean? Like that is the feeling that you want to give to your prospects. But for the pricing, what really matters the most is how confident are you with charging that price? Do you think that your program or your service or whatever you're charging, do you think that it's worth 2K? Or do you think it's worth 1K? Or do you think it's worth 500? Or do you think that it's worth even 100? Right? If you want premium service, you need to have premium value. That's why deliverables matters a lot. Now, let's say that we already got the pricing figured out, right? Let's say you already named your price. Now we have to make the outcome match that price. So the outcome could be, for me, in case it could be, oh shoot, for me, right? It could be lose 10 pounds of muscle in 90 days. That would be one outcome, right? You can also do another outcome that you can do, like feel more confident. Feel more confident. Forget having a dad bod while at the beach, right? That's what a lot of people are like scared about as in terms of fitness. They're scared about having this dad bod thing. Um, get a six pack within 60 days, right? So just name your outcome. Name your outcome. Obviously, do not over promise, because obviously if you over promise, that will lead to a lot of trouble. That will lead to a lot of people to like not trust you and obviously ask you for refund, stuff like that. But just basically like present your outcome to the point where like you're actually confident that you can get these people that outcome. So for example, I can be confident with getting them that with helping them lose 10 pounds of muscle within 90 days, feel more confident, forget having a dad bod while at the beach, get a six packs within 60 days, right? And let me just move this up there first. Okay, as for the deliverables, now it's time for the real stuff, right? What is actually going to be included in the program? What is actually going to be included into whatever you're selling? So I might do um 2 weekly calls, 2 weekly group coaching calls, right? And it's gonna be talking about a lot of different topics. I can also do one weekly one-on-one call checkup. Boom. That would be a good deliverables. Let's make this go. Boom. Process. Let's see, there you go. Okay, right. So for so far, we got 2 weekly group coaching calls and 1 weekly one-on-one call checkup. And I have like modules and course access, A to Z. That means like teaching everything that I know, stuff like that. Can also have like personalized meal plans, right? And etc. Right? You guys can definitely like just expand it more and just add more stuff. But this is for like the fitness offer. That no, obviously I'm not a fitness coach, but yeah. Okay, now that we got all of this now, right? Like let's say okay, the pricing is $2,000 for 3 months. Outcome is lose 10 pounds of muscle in 90 days, feel more confident, forget having a dad bod while at the beach, get a six pack within 60 days. The deliverables are 2 weekly group coaching calls, 1 weekly one-on-one call checkup, modules and course access, personalized plans, and etc. Now the process of it. When they join your mentorship or their service, right? When they join, what is gonna happen? What can they expect within these 90 days? What can they actually expect within 3 months? I mean, right? So you can be week one, onboarding and introduction, right? And you can just expand more, like sending onboarding documents to understand more about you, goals, desires, and hop on a call to fix that ASAP. That could be week one. Oh shoot. Yeah, but that could be week one. Week number two could be, as for week number two, it could be, like just check up. No, wait. Onboarded to meal plans, personalized to you, tailored to you, I meant. Right? And week three, check up, and improve. Week four, it could also be like check up and improve, stuff like that, right? You guys can definitely like just add more, but I'm just like rushing things through because I'm low-key like speed running. But yeah, also over here for the outcome, I also want to add personalized workout plan. There you go. That should be way better. There you go. Okay, right, so that is the process of it. The spaces out first. There you go. Right, that would be the process of it. And obviously because it's 3 months, so that would be 12 weeks. I'd definitely add more, right? But it's something like this, that way you can actually present it to your prospect When they see it, they understand it ASAP. Now, as for the guarantee, it's basically up to you, right? It's basically up to you. If you feel like you're better with guarantee, then go ahead and do it. If not, then I don't suggest you do it, right? A lot of the guarantees are like, okay, if you don't achieve XYZ, you don't pay us a single cent. And what I mean by that is either two things: either a full refund, or we keep working with you until you do, right? And as for the guarantee, it's really easy. It's really easy structure to follow with, and this is what Alex Hormozy used as well. Um, I'll get you. Wait, I'll help you lose 10 pounds of fat in sure, 10 pounds of muscle. I'm so stupid. 10 pounds of fat in 90 days, or you don't pay us a single cent. And what I mean by you don't pay us a single cent, normally it just means, we keep working with you until you do. That's basically it. And forget the 3 months. We just keep working with you until you hit that loss of 10 pounds, right? Or if you want to go really extreme, you can just basically do this, and then you can, instead of just changing it from you don't pay us a single cent, you can change it to, or we give you a full refund. Some people even go more extreme into offering, we give you a full refund plus X amount for wasting your time. That's crazy. But I suggest, if you want people that are truly dedicated into learning, that are risk takers, that are people who is, because at the end of the day, mentorships, courses, services, stuff like that, especially the offers that are done with you, normally most of the time it's based on their work ethic, right? If your clients are putting in the work every single day, they will get results no matter what. But if they join and they don't take action, they're not going to get any results, right? So it's more so of just, it's two things. If you want to have a guarantee, that's perfectly fine. It's just that you would probably attract a lot of the people who don't even want to try, right? And they would just ask your money back, ask for their money back at the end of the day. Or you don't need a guarantee, right? Because it's up to them to put in the work to get that guarantee in the first place. But yeah, that's how I would structure my offer. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me. I know this is a long video. If you guys are confused or anything like that, just feel free to message me. I left the link, I left a template where you guys can actually fill this up in your own time. Of course, with more details, with more clarity. I left it in the link of this. I left it in the description, so it's late. But yeah, have access to it, make a copy, and follow this video. Let's get it. Alright boys, so after everything, hopefully you guys been learning, hopefully you guys been taking in the information and actually executing it to your fullest potential. Now, we have learned how to identify your skill set, which is the Ikigai framework, how to actually find out and figure out your ICP, your ideal client profile, and how you can craft an irresistible offer. Now, the next step is going to be really crucial, and I need you guys to pay attention as well as take action in the next few modules. And in these next few modules right here, I'll be helping you guys with content. Yes, content. And now, before we get into anything, I just want to let you guys know that content is 90% of the work. Right? Content is 90% of the selling. It does basically 90% of the selling. You don't need all this fancy equipment, all this fancy stuff. All you need is you, a phone, or even a camera if you have one. Right? Content is the main driving factor to decide whether you're going to be successful in this or not. So without further ado, let's get to it. Stay good, and let's grind. Let's get it. Hey everyone, and welcome to the next module. In today's module, I'll be helping you guys create and optimize your whole personal brand profile. So without further ado, let's just get straight to it. So as you can see right here, this is my Instagram profile. I have over 400,000 followers, and everything's just so neat. And this literally converts. And the reason why is, number one, it builds credibility, right? It builds credibility, it builds trust, and it shows other people that I know what I'm doing. I know my shit, right? So as you guys can already see, your name is one of the most important aspects of your personal brand. Think about when someone search up your name, right? You want it to be memorizable. You want them you want them to memorize your name. So in order for you to do that, is you have to make your name as short and concise as possible, right? So for example, instead of having some crazy names with some 1 2 3 underscores, this and this, obviously it will be hard for you to memorize. But for example, if you just shorten your name, like, look, you see my name once, you can like literally memorize it, right? At least if you don't memorize the full thing, at least you can search view and then I'll pop up, right? So let's say your name is Alex, and let's say you're a coach at Mindset, right? Can be like Alex, Alex Mindset, Alex Mindset Coach, or Alex Mindset Life, right? Or Alex dot mindset, right? I For me, what I recommend is you keep it as short and concise as possible. So that like make sure that your name is clean. My bad for the stuttering, but just make sure that your name is clean. Make it concise. I wouldn't recommend adding some random numbers, some letters, all that type of crazy stuff. Like, look at the people that are actually printing. Look at the famous people. Look at Andrew Tate. Look at Alex Hormozy. Alex Hormozy is just his last name, Hormozy, right? For me, my name is Four, and like to be real, so I did Real Four. And the reason why I add Z is it sounds good, right? Yeah. So just make your name concise, like concise as possible. Think about what do you love to do and combine it with your name, right? For example, your name is Bob, and you like to, for example, like cook, right? You can do like Bob Real Food, for example, right? Anything that is concise and people can easily memorize. The second thing that you need to know is your name. This is the username right here. This is your username. When someone search you up, they'll see this. But this right here is your name, or people call it the headline name, right? So whenever someone DM you, they will see this. They won't see this, they will see this, right? Whenever someone DM you, they will see this. And it's really important because when someone is on your page, they just need clear information. They just need some straightforward point into what do you actually do. So for me, I got this is my nickname and my last name, for Tamungsa, and I added a borderline, and I said personal brand coach. Easy, nothing complicated. It's just straightforward and no sugarcoating. So what I recommend is obviously your nickname and your last name, or whatever it is, whatever you wanted to call it, and then a borderline, and then just what you do. For example, if you're a fitness coach, you might be, for example, Alex Tyler's, for example, right? Alex Tyler's borderline. Borderline is basically this, but you capitalize this, right? And then you can be online fitness coach, right? You can also add some touch to it, right? Number one, online fitness trainer, right? Just mix it in and see what you like. Just play around. But the only thing that I want you guys to know is that this this headline thing, you can only change it per 14 days, right? Per 14 days. So I suggest you go on a Google Doc first, and then you design it yourself first, because it's going to be too risky if you try it out and then you ended up not liking it, right? So I want you guys to literally think of this really carefully. That way you can lock it in, and then you can change it, because once you change it, you can only change it per 14 days. Next thing, if you have any reels, right? Before I get into everything else, if you have any reels, just make sure you move your reels to the reel section, and for your posts, just keep it on the post section. That way it looks nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and go cover the bio. So we got the 3-line bio strategy. Number one, the first line is who you help plus with what, right? So for me, I help skilled people turn expertise into income, right? So you can already know what I'm trying to say, right? I help people with skill sets turn that skill set into income, right? I might add more by, building the personal brands or something like that. But this is what I have right now. I help skilled people turn expertise into income. This is my target audience. People who already have a skill, turn with what? Turn expertise into income, right? Then the next line that I recommend you guys have is proof. So what do you mean by proof? Results of for yourself or for your students if you have any, right? So for me, I have $1 million generated for students. This builds credibility and trust, and they see me as an authority. Last line is call to action. Now for call to action, it really depends. If you want people to DM you, can be like DM me info for one-on-one coaching, or DM me info for my free guide, or you can just have a simple link just like I have, which is a case study with one of my clients for Mill. I just have watch case study. They click it and they can literally just see it, right? If you do not have an offer right now, I recommend just do like follow for the journey. Follow me, right? But yeah, that's what I do for my how do I say, for my bio. For your bio, do not make it too complicated. I say that just make it short, make it concise. Again, your content will do 99% of the selling. Here is just to let people know what you do, see you as an authority, and just overall build trust. Now, for highlights. For highlights, I got a lot going on here. The reason why I have results one, results two, and not just put them all into like one highlight is because I'm making it seem like I have too many results. I have to spread them. I have to like literally spread them around. So that's what I have. But overall, if you just like combine it to, if you just make it concise in a nutshell, right? All I have is results, lead to my YouTube, start here, and my life. What I recommend for you guys is have proof, which is, students' results, your own results, life, to show your life and to show them that you're an actual human being. You're not some robot or whatever it is. You're an actual human being that's living a good life. Whatever you're selling, you want to have this highlight specifically targeting their pain points. For example, me, my if you click on my highlight, I have highlights showing myself that is, eating good food, doing good stuff. Bro, there's okay. What does that sound? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Bro, this is annoying. What do you mean? I'm filming right now. Okay. All right. Okay. So back to it. This channel, no, this highlight right here, it consists of, me eating good, right? Food, maybe me going to trips, right? I go to trips, and just overall like happy stuff, happy and fun stuff, right? So what matters is you post the right stuff. You post the right stuff. Let's say you're for example, fitness coach. You might inside here, you might want to post yourself, being jacked, going to the gym, getting wins, right? Getting some gains. As for proof, highlight, what I want you to consider is proof. Testimonials, if you have any, clients results, clients thanking you, right? Maybe even yourself hitting a milestone that can be there, because at the end of the day, I need you guys to realize that you are your best case study. You are the best case study. Your own results is the best case study. Use your own results as an advantage. And last but not least is start here. Start here, what I recommend, it will be a story sequence. So it would be, obviously telling people how they can start and how they can, like it basically explains what you have inside and how do they even get started, right? If you have a YouTube, you can link that there. Also, YouTube is really good for converting. But now let's move to posts. So I have some reels. I have like 2 reels pinned on here. The reason why is because I want people to know who I am, who am I, and what is my backstory, right? And what do I actually do, right? Other than that, I just have posts showing my lifestyle, going different places, hanging out, and just literally selling the dream, right? So if you have any cool photos that, okay, hang out with celebrities, builds trust. This one, going in sauna, it's just like good authority. You know what I mean? This one, working, is just literally showing the amount of work I'm actually putting in. This one, going to nice restaurants, maybe recording, right? It's just for the aesthetics. Here, I'm traveling, I'm showing my life. Here, I'm living good, right? I'm in the high rise. And as for the reels, this one is just shows my backstory, right? It just shows who I am. Because the truth is, when people look at your profile, they won't understand you. They won't understand you immediately, right? It's your job it's your job to make it so that they know who you are. And also here is what do I do, the business model that I do, right? And that is pretty much it. If you can build a profile that looks like this, you will have a really high converting personal brand. Another thing that I like to cover is your profile picture. Make sure that your face is really straightforward. I don't want like little you in the background just hanging out. I don't want you to. I don't want your profile picture to have you in the middle and your family and friends is on the side smiling, right? I need you to be in the center of attention. Look at this one right here. I'm in the center of attention. I'm in a podcast. This builds authority, it builds trust, and I'm overall, they can see my whole face, right? Now, your photo doesn't have to always look professional. It can literally just be a selfie. It can literally just be like literally anything. I need you guys to know that your profile needs to serve three purpose, right? It needs to get people to know who you are. It needs to build trust, and it also needs to literally just build credibility and just the cleanness overall. Like people want to see you as a human being. So yeah, clean profile picture, nice username, nice headline, nice bio, nice highlights. The post as well should be nice. And combine all of this, you have a high converting personal brand. DM me for more questions. Let's go.
So today we're gonna be talking about the three types of content that you need to post, right? So as you can see right here, there's the table of contents. There's three types of content, why this matters, and how you guys can take inspiration. And there's Q&As. So first one, three types of content that you need to utilize in your content, right? Number one is value content. Number two is authentic content, and number three is proof content. Now you need all of this in order to actually, get clients and get views and get people to actually trust you, because at the end of the day, right? Like followers does not equal to clients. You can have 1 million followers, you can have 10 million followers, but still, without building trust, without having all these frameworks, you're not going to build any trust and you're not going to sell to anything, right? Like you guys ever heard of like this one girl, right, who has like 3 million followers and she's struggling to sell like 33 t-shirts. It's crazy like that because she's not providing any value. Nobody basically knows her. So, okay, let's move on. Value content is obvious, right? You have to give value. You need to be able to give value. So, an example of this is, my reports. Just maybe even you guys can even just like implement talking head videos when you're just in front of the camera and you're just talking, giving three types of value. So, there's two types of value content. Number one is your surface-based level, no wait, surface level value. Basically, it's to attract your dream follower. And number two is your in-depth value type of content. So with the first one, this fits most on Reels, Instagram Reels, or TikTok Reels. This is because, right, in your content, you need two types of ICP. Number one is your target audience, who you're actually like trying to target, like in depth. For example, if I was a fitness coach, I would say that my exact ICP are people who's like 18, trying to lose weight and gain muscle. But your dream follower needs to be broader than your ICP. What I mean by that is they need to be broader. That way you can actually go viral, right? They're broader than your ICP, but they hold the same values and belief system. You know what I mean? Are you, Tofu, are you following so far? Tofu, are you following?
Yeah, actually, for the slides, is it in the chat? Because
Yeah. Do you see my screen? You don't see my screen?
no, I see your screen. I see your screen.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So in case if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically there's two types of audience, right? Your ICP, which is your target audience, people who you actually want to target in depth, people like in-depth followers. So Tofu for you might be people who are depressed, people who don't know where to go in life, as well as they might be around 18 all the way to 30, really in depth, just really in depth. Like you're building a whole persona of them. That's your ICP, right? But if you're making content just solely targeting these people, your view is going to drop. You're not going to go viral. But in order to go viral and as well get your ICP to come to you, you want to attract broad. So for example, you might just want to attract people who's seeking motivation. That might be your dream follower, right? Even though it's not exactly your ICP, think about it like this. When you're posting content, there's this big box of viewers who view your content, which is your dream follower, people who just want motivation. In that box of viewers, who's trying to join? Mickey joined. Mickey joined. What's good, bro?
It was good, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, cool. All right, bro. So, as I was saying, like in this box of your dream follower, it contains your ICP. It contains your ICP, which will actually eventually buy from you and actually like you, right? So, surface-based value type of content. This is to attract your dream follower. I recommend post that on Instagram or just on TikTok, because 60-second reels here and there, right? Like on Instagram, there's a lot of brain dead people. There's a lot of people who are not locked in, and people who are just here for like the fun of it, right? But on YouTube, you want to post in-depth value content. Why? Because on YouTube, you can make videos like 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long. People who are on YouTube actually convert more. Does that make sense? So as you can see right here, this surface-based value type of content, just giving surface-based level, just basically common sense. This is attracting my dream follower. So there's a lot of comments, as you guys can see, there's 4,000 likes here and there. Inside that box of like what this video probably got like 200,000 views. Inside that box of 200,000 views, there's probably few tens thousands, right? There's maybe like 10K, 20K of my dream ICP, my actual target audience that will actually buy from me. Now compare that to just posting content that just solely attracting your ICP. Once you do that, let me turn on my notifications texting. Okay, this guy's just spamming my messages. But inside that box of my dream follower, it actually contains people that actually want to buy from me. Now compare that to, you know, posting, just being educational, being in-depth educational, not attracting anyone, just attracting your ICP, meaning that your videos are fucking boring, right? If you're doing that, you're gonna get like what, 100 views, 200 views, like maybe one will convert, right? So for YouTube, when a video is like 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long, people watch your YouTube, bro. Like every single person that watched my YouTube actually converts like so much, like 50% of them probably convert. Like my free training, that shit made me like probably like 20K, 30K, with only 6,000 views. There's videos right here, which is like 193 views that got to like, what, like got me like 3K. And like YouTube is a good platform to actually post. Do you guys have any questions so far?
Nah.
So like, okay, for the people who's just joining new, this is what we talking about. 3 types of content that you need to utilize in your personal brand. Give me 1 second. This guy keep texting me. All right, so number 2 is authentic content, right? So obviously be yourself. People like, and that people will buy from people they like and trust, right? So obviously you want to be yourself, be authentic, be the real you. If you're just posting value, they're not gonna like you for who you are. They're just gonna watch you for freebies, right? But you actually want to connect with people. That's what I've been telling all of you guys, right? Same with Mickey. I told you to be authentic, to document your life, to do day in a life, right?
Mhm.
So be yourself. Look at this guy right here. You guys can just screenshot and see this page for yourself. This guy's a great inspiration for a lot of people. Give me 1 second. This guy keeps spamming. All right, cool. All right, so as you can see right here, this guy, Suwei, yeah, this guy owns like a consulting company. Basically, as you can see right here, he's being authentic. He's like, why do you work so hard? POV, you made 20K, then play basketball with your homies. This is why I do what I do. You know, like just obviously be yourself, be authentic, document your life, talk about your opinions, what you actually think. You know, don't try and put on a mask and be that specific persona that you actually want to be. Like, you're not Andrew Tate, you're not Iman Ghazi. Just honestly be yourself, right? Mickey did this really good. Like, I see your first video, bro. That's just killing it. But yeah, people buy from people they like and trust. By being authentic, you're lowering down their guard because they can actually relate to you, right? So do raw talk YouTube videos. I do that a lot. Talking head, day in a life, showing failures and wins, you know, being 100% real, showing your biggest insecurities, sharing your opinions and views. Same with Jake Ryan. This is what he do also. This guy literally mastered it. He's basically just talking about every single thing, about how he's jealous of someone making 400K in a day, about how he moved to Miami, he didn't really like it. Now, number 3 is proof content, right? Showcase your client testimonials, results, and case studies. I know a lot of you guys, don't have any testimonials yet, except for Ethan. But you guys don't have other client testimonials yet. But the thing is, you guys can use yourself as a testimonial, right? So show proof that you are actually helping people and that your results can actually get people from point A all the way to point B, right? And if you don't have any client testimonials yet, use your own personal wins, right? Because your own personal wins can be used as your biggest testimonial ever, right? You see every single big creators, they do this. Brett Scales, he flexes his cars, he flexes his lifestyle. That's basically him showing off his own testimony, showing off his own results, right? Same with me. I do that all the time. And just a few inspiration from it. As you can see, the highlights, I have results number 1, results number 2. This is just like, obviously I can put the results number 1 and results number 2 all together to make one highlight. But I'm just doing this to subconsciously trick them and be like, okay, like there's so many results, there's so many testimonials. That way I have to make a second highlight. It's like too much. You feel me? Like your wallet is full. And other than that, yeah, for being authentic, add this highlight over here called live, just showing out your lifestyle, showing out, you know, what you eat in a day here and there. And you can even make it into a reel as well. See, POV, your client closed a 5K deal. Boom, there's Ruslan over here. And there's so many leads that's freaking killing it, like just ripping through my DMs, just commenting here and there. As you can see right here, you can even get on like a case study with your client, right? How Ruslan closed his first 2.5K a month client with his digital offer. This video probably made me, I think it closed me like a 3K client within the first day of posting. And that shit got only like 500 views. So again, like YouTube is like a really good platform to do it. If you don't have any testimonials yet from your clients or whatever it is, you haven't worked with any yet, use your own testimonial, post it on YouTube, right? Post it on YouTube saying like, oh, okay, this is my story. This is exactly how I went from a broke kid all the way to a kid like making 6 figures, making 7 figures here and there, right? You don't even have to have big results, right? So more examples. I'm gonna share my other screen. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Oh shoot. I don't know if you guys can see my screen here. Share my screen. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right.
My client just bought his first car. He just got a Corvette C8. This guy is genuinely, I'm super proud of him. When he came to us, he was making $0 a month from social media. And fast forward a couple months later, now he's making $50,000 a month, and he's already made over $250,000 in the past couple months. Super proud of him, but let's call him up and see what he's doing. Yo,
I'm in my car right now.
I can tell it's on the CarPlay.
It's so sick, dude. That was my dream car when I was younger.
I know that feeling of driving is sick, because I know when I first got mine and I left the lot with it, I was like genuinely just screaming so much.
Oh, it is so cool, dude.
Dude, keep killing it, bro. Keep it up. That's just the first car. Next one's gonna be maybe like a Lambo or something, and a house. That has got to be one of the best feelings in the world. Imagine taking someone from no money to $50,000 a month.
It's basically like that, you know. You guys can hear the audio though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you can see right here, just telling the stories. Also, as well as selling the emotion. His one is pretty B2C. B2C is like, in case you don't know, business to consumer. When you're doing business to consumer, sell them on information. No, sell them on emotion, my bad, right? Like this.
Do you ever really sell them on information? Like, do you ever sell them on information? Because I know I've seen a lot of like videos on it, just sell the emotion and then the information comes with it.
Bro, so some people do, like, for example, value type of content, right? You're giving like surface-based value type of content, and then you're just selling them on emotion by letting them paint a picture of if they actually implement this, what could their life actually become, right? For example,
That's harder.
Yeah. But as you can see right here, like it does evoke some type of emotion for you, right? Like imagine this, imagine that he's saying that to literally let you paint a picture inside your mind, right?
Yeah.
That video alone, it made him shit ton of money, bro. Like Look at that leads, bro, coming through. See. Oh shoot, like all these leads, bro. A lot of them are probably unqualified. That's why he nurtured these people onto YouTube to eventually close them on a deal. I'm gonna show you another screen. Hold up. Look at this as well. This one.
Be our family's first ever millionaire. I knew I was gonna get here. I just didn't know how.
The concept piece that I love was you giving your family money. You could have easily bought a car, easily bought a watch. What was the intention behind that?
I just knew that it was right to do that first before anything. When we're in Dubai, you're like, yo, it's your turn, buy a watch.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, it's right, bro. Like, I have a mission to take care of my family first. And you're like, you know what? I fucking respect that. I always had like a vision of like, if I ever get rich, first thing I'm doing is taking care of like my family. I low-key felt like a burden my entire life, not having money. So I had to ask my parents for money. Growing up, like I never asked them for shit. When I actually got into online business, I was like, this is a way to gain independence so that my parents don't have to worry about me anymore. I can just help them.
You showed your family what's possible, and you'll be known as a person in your family, in your bloodline, that ever made this type of money.
I literally told my mom,
You can see right here, and he didn't have any CTA though. But if you can see his content right here, like, dude, like this guy's like a G, bro. Like, if you can see his content, a lot of authentic content. I built my 7-figure biz while in uni. Here's my productivity system.
For 150 to 200K cash collected this month alone. And look at the hours worked. It's around 4 to 7 hours.
As you can see right here, how to control your reality. You can give value like that as well. You know, obviously you don't have to be in front of like a whiteboard here and there just presenting. You can just have a computer screen, record yourself, have another phone and record yourself separately and put these two videos together. There's why do you work so hard?
Don't fucking get in business if you just want to play.
Just talking about his opinions, just, you know, just being himself and just letting his opinions go out there. Doesn't matter the hate. It doesn't matter about being liked by everyone. It's just all about, you know, being relatable. You know what I mean? So let me just stop sharing my screen. I'll share another one. Okay, this one's a good one. This is what I do also. And this one will make you a lot of money. Especially if you don't have like a great setup. This one's great.
We had a new record month. We ended up at $554,413 cash collected for September, and that was my that was with going on vacation for 5 days, which is great. September we had a new record.
Easy like that. If I were him, I would add more words. I would add myself talking like, yes sir, that's right. Like, what is your next goal here and there? But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Because there's not a lot of emotion tied to that. He could have made it more emotional.
Yeah, exactly. His one's more B2B though. Okay, so why does this work, right? So number one, value content. Like, okay, first off, you need all these type of content to actually get people to buy from you, because one, it provides value. When you provide value, they're gonna be like, you know, the Alex Hormozi method. Alex Hormozi said this, right? Like, okay, if you give so much value to the point where like you're giving all the value for free, right? They're gonna be like, oh my god, like this is the value that I'm getting for free. Like, imagine what it could do for me if it's paid, right? The value that you should give is not just, it shouldn't just be common sense over common sense over common sense. You actually want the viewer leaving your video being better than they were actually before. You know what I mean? You feel me? So like they actually get some type of value, they can actually implement it and make way more money. So value content, they get to know what you do and they trust you even more. So like subconsciously, you're making them think like, if this was all free, like I wonder like what the paid version looks. Number two, authentic content. People buy from people they like and trust and they can relate to. It's like Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate probably, you know, like Tofu, you said Andrew Tate changed your life, right? It's probably the way he speaks. It's probably the way he put out his opinions, right? It's really, he stands his ground. He stands his ground. Same with Alex Hormozi, same with Iman Gatsin, all these big creators in the space. They actually stand their ground and they have like one main message. So for example, for Andrew Tate, his main message is escape the matrix, right? That's the main message he conveys. Escape the matrix. Iman Gatsi, maybe like escape the 9 to 5 and be financially free here and there, right? But you want to have that one message that you stand by as well, right? And number 3 is proof content, right? Build more trust because of the results. Obviously, a lot of people, I'm not saying y'all the method, but like, like you probably see my testimonies, you probably see my highlights that actually made you sold as well, right? But for now, obviously, use your own results, use your own testimonials. Even if you got like a call booked here and there, use that, right? Like leverage that. Anyways, oh yeah, so the results, all this leads to sales, right? Study the big dudes in the info space and the content creation speed. I want you guys to study not only their content and how they speak. Obviously, you want to do that, right? But you want to also study how they evoke emotions from you, right? Like, what is this type of feeling that I'm feeling right now, and how did they do that? What is the exact word that they say? What is the exact visuals that they bring up, right? You want to like actually think like, oh, he made me feel some type of way. He made me feel actually like I want to click his link. I want to start buying from him. Like, what made me do that? As well as, bro, another method to get so much to get so much information from these people is to literally book a sales call with them. I know it's rage baiting, like you're gonna be a time waster, but book a sales call with them. See how they like, in sales calls they're gonna give you so much value. I recommend this everyone do that as well. I did that before. My team did that before, right? We book sales calls. We just go in and we just learn from these people, because in sales calls that is where they lower their guard also, and they give you so much information. So go in the sales call, ask so many questions, let them review your profile, let them see, like just let them show you what their content and their framework and everything look like, right? Because obviously they want to sell you. And you want to ask yourself, like, why did I feel persuaded? Number 1. Number 2, why, like, what made me keep watching, right? And number 3, did I leave the video being better than I was before? That's all. That's all. Are you taking notes so far?
And jotting
Okay.
things down.
Okay, cool. Hey, if you need anything, bro, like, let me know. I can rewind that shit. No?
I'm writing it down on my phone because I find that quicker than going to a different tab.
Okay, cool. All right, so do you guys have any questions? Any questions at all? Oh my god, bro. As the thing ended, someone just literally joined, bro. Caleb, hello? Caleb, you joined a little late, brother. Mickey, you have any like questions?
Do I have any questions right now? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Wait,
No
did
one
I tell
yeah.
you I'm gonna be saying this in front of everyone, but I dropped out. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you did, bro.
Yeah, I'm dropping out, and then I'm gonna move back home.
You
I'm
should come
saving up.
to Thailand. Come to
Yeah.
Thailand.
Yeah, and then I said I'm saving up, and then I'm coming to Thailand. I'm gonna have like 50 grand when I come over.
That's great, bro. That's great. Bro, come to
Welcome to
Thailand,
the
bro.
club, bro.
Bro, come to Thailand, bro. Definitely like, bro, we do a podcast and stuff, like
Yeah,
flying.
100%, 100%.
That's great, bro. Bro, Ethan's actually coming over to Thailand, so we're gonna hit Japan on April. Or like on April, we're finna do big, bro. I can invite all of you guys definitely like to Japan. We can do like Tokyo drift here and there, and then we're gonna fly back to like Thailand. Me, Ethan, every single person. That's
Imagine
great.
we just rent a big ass house with everyone in it. That would be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick. Bro, Ethan love like anime girls and like Japan girls. That's why he wanna go to. That's why he wanna go to.
Yeah, I will not be going to Japan for that.
I wanna go to Japan for like the culture, the culture, the samurai.
Yeah, the culture, bro. The culture.
Yeah, the culture. Oh my god, bro, that one meme like a fat guy wearing like I love Japan, saying like I'm gonna go to Japan and learn the culture and the language.
Yeah. Nice.
Alright, bro. Alright, bro, let's catch up soon. We got a next call on Thursday. I'll probably reschedule it though, because it's like at 4 a.m. Thailand time. Axel's gonna take over the call, which is our sales rep. Axel's gonna take over the call, just teaching you guys all about sales. And yeah, if no questions, you can ask it now. But then yeah, if you guys need to contact me or anything else.
Wait,
No.
4 a.m. Thailand, I can't make it though. Is there
I
a
know.
recording? Will there be a recording?
I'll be recording. I wouldn't join. It's 4 a.m. for me, right?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. All right, bro. So if no questions, then have a great day and contact me if you need anything. All right.
All right.
All right, brother, let's go.
Okay, cool. What's up, everyone, and welcome. Right, so before we get started into anything, right, before we get started into mastering the content, mastering the editing, and all of that type of stuff, we need to understand the fundamentals. What the fuck is even a personal brand, right? A lot of you guys are, confused on what do I even mean by a personal brand. Well, here it is. A personal brand is a mix of skills, experiences, and personality traits that makes up your identity and how other people see you and perceive you online. This includes your reputation, it includes your values and the impression you create both online and in person. And the last thing is that personal brand helps you set apart from other people by showing what makes you special and valuable. That way, you're not tapping into saturation, right? That way, you're actually becoming a unique person. People who actually trust you, people who actually want to buy from you. How are they going to do that? Is by being yourself. I need you guys to understand that every single person have a special set of DNA. We both have different backgrounds. We both have different storyline. You guys are not like me, right? And I'm like different from anybody else, right? Hence the reason I use that as leverage to make it as my personal brand. Now, you don't even need to be special, or you think that you need to be special. No, you don't need to. All you need to do is tell your story, get out there, tell your values, what you believe in, and just be raw and authentic. That is what makes you separate from other competitors. Now, right, a personal brand is your intentional reputation. It's how you want people to see you, remember you, and trust you for something specific. So a key traits of these are, right, number one, right, purposeful positioning. You're known for something. For example, you're known for business growth. You're known for fitness. You're known for mindset. For me, I'm known for a viral Asian kid who cracked the code to going viral. Now I teach people and I retired my mom. That is what I'm known for, right? Number two is consistent messaging. Every single thing in your content will align, right? Your bio, your visuals, your voice, every single thing needs to correlate to you. Number three is simply strategic content, right? You create with the intent to influence, convert, or lead other people to where you actually want them to go. Number four is authority building. You establish credibility, right? Example of these are, testimonials, values, achievements, all the stuff that you got. And last but not least is monetizable, right? A strong personal brand often leads to income, right? For example, if you were to launch a coaching offer, if you were to launch like a small PDF or a guide, right? Like speaking, if you want to do like consulting or just launch a simple t-shirt product, whatever it is, right? You can literally monetize. Right, a personal brand is for you to monetize. So example of this is me, right? Like use me as an example, Real Force. As a personal brand coach who helps creators go viral and monetize. So my ICP subconscious basically thinks that like, okay, I trust this guy, right? I trust him because of his content, because of his messaging, because of his story. That's why I follow them. Right, that's why I follow Real Force, because he's so unique, he's so cool. Like, oh, okay, like this handsome Asian kid over here is so cool here and there. Like, I built so much value with them, which causes my ICP to buy from me, which causes my ICP to actually purchase my products. Does that make sense? Now, I'm going to be showing you guys examples of a strong personal brand. Number one, Suwei, right? Suwei is a really good, inspirational guy, right? He helps coaches, makes more money, right? He's basically like coach for other coaches, right? As you guys can already see, his bio, his everything's literally optimized, right? Profile picture, name, bio, everything's literally optimized. It literally says what he does, and just links to his YouTube channel, which is a nurturing system. As you guys can see right here, his content is more about authentic. Right. What I want you guys to understand is that you do not want your personal brand to be revolved around your vehicle, around your business. Just because once you start making your personal brand solely for the purpose of just making money, you're not going to make money, because that is when your audience will detect that you're just being salesy, right? Look at him, right? He make coaches more money. That's what he do. He attract coaches, but his content are more of motivational. His content are more of telling his story, his lifestyle, what he believe in, his values, his beliefs. Oh, the mistakes I made today, the stuff that I did today, boom, 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 boom. This is all personal brand. So as you guys can see right here, his main source of income, this is his main source of income, by the way, his Instagram page. Yet he shows his flaws and imperfections that makes up him. And before he used to be doing, and before guys, like before he was doing content that was just solely trying to promote his own digital product. Guess what? It didn't work out. Because once you start doing that, like I said, you don't want your personal brand to be revolved around your business, to be revolved around your vehicle, right? You want it to be revolved around you, your beliefs, your values, everything that you like to do, everything like that you like to share and you're passionate about, right? That is what you want your personal brand to be revolved around. Because back then he wasn't making money until he got a personal brand coach and he started implementing this exact system that I'm about to show you guys. He started implementing them, right? And he got views. He got okay views, but most importantly, he converts the best leads possible. Okay, so the next person I'm going to show you guys is, pretty common sense. A lot of you guys would probably already know him. Alex Ramosi, right? Really cool guy. As you guys can see right here, a smiling profile picture, really optimized bio, really optimized name, really good, easy to be searched, easy to look up. As you can see right here, his content, right? Giving a lot of value, telling him about himself. Like, as you guys can already know, right? A lot of you guys probably watch his podcast also, which is a nurturing system. It builds trust, it builds credibility, and it builds authority. Right? His brand wins because it combines crystal clear value and undeniable proof, consistency, authority visuals, and a single high trust funnel. All of these creators, they have different visual style, right? But what is the same is that they're all documenting their life and they're always talking about something that, is not always relatable to their business. Of course, right? You can go out there and like talk about your business, your vehicle here and there, but just do not do it too much. Another person is me, right? I have a really strong personal brand. I convert most of my leads into paying customers every single day. Now, as you guys can see right here, right? Optimized bio, optimized profile picture, right? Everything's optimized. It says who I am, what I do, who I help, and my free training, right? As for my value videos, right? I have some value videos. I have a lot of reels as documenting my life that like, oh, I'm 16, I'm 17, I'm making all of this money. I retired my mom, blah, 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 right? All of this right here is all authentic content. It's all about letting them know who you are, right? Internally. You don't want them to let you know, like, you don't want them to just, see you as a businessman or like an entrepreneur just trying to cash grab you. You want them to see you as a real, genuine person that actually cares. So as you guys can already see right here, right? Clear messaging, authority positioning, known as the viral young entrepreneur that retired his mom. Now it's your turn, right? It's your turn to take action. It's your turn to literally turn yourself into a personal brand. So without further ado, that is what a personal brand basically is, right? Combining your skill set, combining your values, combining your beliefs into this one specific content blueprint system. But anyways, now that you guys got the understanding, I'll see you in the next module and let's get to it. Welcome to the next module. So in today's module, we're going to be talking about the harsh truth about personal brands, right? A lot of you guys think that, to start a personal brand is so easy. All I have to do is just record myself, document my life, tell about my journey, sell my offer, and people will buy it, right? If it was that easy, then everybody would do it, right? Everybody would be successful. Everybody would own a profitable personal brand. If you are trying to position yourself as the authority, if you're trying to sell your offer, you need to know about the biggest top misconceptions about personal brands. Number one, nobody cares until you solve a real problem, right? Your story, your passion, your aesthetic, it doesn't matter unless it's tied to value for someone else. Make sure that you're providing value. Make sure that, it's for someone else. It's not just for you. Because at the end of the day, you care only about yourself, right? And for your family as well. I care about myself and my family, right? No one cares about you really, right? They only care if your content serves a purpose for them, right? So number two is authority isn't built, it's perceived. You can only be widely talented. You can widely be talented, but if your brand looks amateur, for example, like you have a poor lighting, you have inconsistent pose, you have casual vibes, and nothing seems to really stick out, people will just assume that you're not legit and you're not practicing what you preach. Number three is proof over personality, as always, right? People follow charisma, but they buy from credibility. You can have the best personality in the world. You can be the most authentic person ever. But if you don't have results for yourself, that's why I try to tell you guys, find a skill, know your offer, know your passion, what you actually want to be selling to people. Because guess what? If you don't have any type of credibility, any type of results, or what do you even love to do, then people won't really buy from you, right? They only buy from experts. They only buy from people that know something, right? So show results before you show your own opinions. Number 4 is I want you guys to try and avoid being everywhere, right? Stop trying to post on all these other complicated platforms because that literally equates to just being ignored. You need to literally just lock in with one platform, and that way you can slowly hire clippers, slowly expand your personal brands out there, right? Alex Hormozy, Andrew Tate, they didn't start off with TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, X combined. They didn't do that. They start off with a strong foundation, which is just doing podcasts on a YouTube channel, and boom, that is it, right? So I need you guys to stop spraying across platforms because it kills clarity, right? You need one good platform that you're going to lock in the most of your time on, right? And that way, once you start focusing on one platform, you're going to get the best results because it's just like this. You're putting 100% in. Once you start going viral, once you start getting results on that one platform, you can start to expand your personal brands on TikTok, on YouTube, Twitter, and all of that type of stuff. Number 5 is most brands are content zombies, right? A lot of you guys think that, oh, just be consistent and you'll get there. Oh, just be, volume negates luck. That is true, but it's only true if you have a goal for each and every single post that you're posting. If you look at my page, every single post that I post, they serve a specific reason. Oh, this is top of funnel. Oh, this serves trust. This serves value. This builds authority. Every single post that I post is not just like posing into a void. It's not just posting for no reason. It's posting for a reason to either build authority, to either build trust, to either build reciprocity. Right? You need to have an offer and a game plan to whatever you're posting. It needs to be strategic as always. Number 6 is a pretty grid won't fix a broken offer. You can have the most aesthetic profile looking picture of all time. You can have the best content that looks really good here and there, but it won't save you from anything. It might look good from the outside, but in the inside doesn't do anything. Like literally, I can tell you guys from the top of my heart right here, right? A design won't save you if the product isn't dialed. You need to dial the products. You need to fix your transformation. Then you can work on the aesthetics. For me, when I started out, I don't have a style. I don't have a visual style. I don't have an aesthetic. All I did is just figure out what my content is going to be about, right? A lot of you guys try to go with this perfect persona of, oh, okay, let me just start with iPhone 17 and then work up there, right? Apple didn't start with iPhone 17. They didn't start with the best model, right? They started off with iPhone 1. Really simple, just figuring it out little by little. Number 7 is you're not unique. Your positioning is, right? There are tens of thousands of people doing what you do every single day, right? If you're a fitness coach, there's like 100 million other fitness coaches out there. What makes different is how you say it. So you need to prove it and you need to package it. And as well as, your storyline is different. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this module over here. Go to the next chapter and I'll cover everything else. Let's go. Okay, cool. So moving forward, what we'll be covering is discovering the niche of you, right? In order for you to have a successful personal brand, you need to have a niche. And no, I'm not like the other type of guru that's just telling you to, pick lifestyle, pick health, pick fitness, pick successful, pick business, whatever the fuck they're telling you, right? It's all wrong. Because the second you pick one of these niches is a second where you tap into saturation. You don't want to tap into saturation. You want to stand out. And this is exactly how. So the key to start a successful personal brand is to start where most people end. What I want you to do right now is discover your meaning, discover your passion and your value. Something that most people, they take fucking decades to actually figure it out. And this isn't about putting a perfect persona. It's all about showing your true self that is worth sharing to other people. Because that is what basically will make you different. When you're being yourself, especially that because every single person is unique, right? I'm unique from you, you're unique from me. We're all different. Once you start embracing that and actually show that you're different, that is what is going to make you tap out of saturation. There's millions of personal brands out there. And the key for you to just stand out is telling about your story, telling about your meaning, and just finding your overall ikigai, which I'm going to be explaining in a bit. I want you guys to understand that you are not Andrew Tate. You're not Alex Hormozy. You're not Iman Ghazi. You're not Luke Belmar. You're not whoever the fuck it is. You are you, yourself. So embrace that. Embrace who you are. Stop copying what other people are doing and just rely on yourself. Now, okay, boom. Finding your ikigai. So this is exactly what I use to build my personal brand. This is exactly what I use to actually coach other people to start their personal brands, especially if they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. and it's all about finding your ikigai. Now, this is basically a Japanese concept, which means a reason for being. It's not directly made to build your personal brand. It's more of just for old people to actually find their meaning and live their best life. But nowadays, we literally found a loophole to actually start your personal brand effectively. And this is basically ikigai. It's all about what I love to do, what is my passion, what is my mission, what the world needs, what am I good at, what is my profession, what is my vocation, and what can I be paid for. If you guys want access to the worksheet, go to the link in the description of this module. You should find like a Google Doc. What I want you to do is click on that, access that, make a copy, and then you should be good to go to fill things up your way. But anyways, just combine all of these together. What you love to do, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what can you get paid for. And once you find your ikigai, you become the niche. You become something that is irreplaceable. No one can replace you. So now we're moving on, right? I need you guys to combine everything after you worked out your ikigai and everything else. Now, finding your ikigai will take some time, mind you. Some people, it might take a day or two. Some people, even a week or two to actually figure all of this shit out. But now, once you're done with everything, you need to combine it. Combine it into your personal brand, right? Your why, your passion, and what you actually stand for. I did this myself, and the whole reason why is separation. Like I said before, right? Like, I'm no longer tapping into saturation. Instead, I separated myself from all of the other competitors that are doing the same thing that I am. There are hundreds of thousands of coaches out there doing the same thing. And the whole reason why I'm able to be here making 6 figures is literally just me finding my ikigai, seeing what I'm different, and seeing how unique I am. And I just literally distance myself from the competitive realm. Hence the reason why my personal brand stood out. Okay, so we're moving on to the next steps. What do you need to do after everything is completed? You need to define your core values, which is in the next module. Discover your target audience. Discover who you're talking to. Discover your brand identity. And all you have to do is just post and watch your account grow. Without further ado, move on to the next module. In the next module, we'll be covering defining your core values. Anyways, let's get it. Okay, everyone, welcome to the next module of the VI Viral Media Program. So in today's module right here, we're going to be talking about defining your core values, right? So once you have everything set aside, everything's done, everything's good to go, next thing, you need to define your core values, right? What do you actually want to be known for? So basically, if you guys don't understand what core values are, is the 3 to 5 principles that define who you are, how you act, and what your brand stands for. So they are simply your internal compass. They guide your content, community, your tone, and your offers. And if you guys still don't understand what it is, like, let me just explain it into a simple term, right? Nike, right? What does Nike stand for? Just do it. This encourage action, courage, performance. That is what they are known for. As for Apple, right? Innovation, simplicity, creativity. And there's many more. Like, just take a look at Andrew Tate. He's known for, escape the matrix. You see Iman Gadzhi. He's known for, getting rich and retiring your parents. All of these people are known for something. So now the real question that you need to really ask yourself is, what do you want to be known for? So the next thing that I want to share to you guys is the core values worksheet, right? In order for you guys to actually have this planned out and structured out, you need a worksheet for it. So in order for you to access it, go to the link in the description of the WAP module, right? You'll see this Google Doc link. What I want you to do is click in it, make a copy, and there'll be a list of questions that I need you guys to fill out. But basically, just a summary, what is in the worksheet, right? Number 1 is, what do you believe in no matter what? Number 2 is, what makes you different from other people in the space? Number 3 is, what pisses you off the most in your niche or industry? And number 4, what do people always say that you're good at? After that, I want you guys to pick and define 3 to 5 core values from this list. Either it's discipline, authenticity, truth, freedom, growth, grit, creativity, power, impact, simplicity. Now, again, I want you to go to the link in the description, access it. There will be way more information that you guys need to fill out. Once you're done, save it and put all the worksheets I've shared to you guys on a Google Drive, Google file, whatever it is. But in conclusion, the whole point of this module is for you to find out, what do you actually want to be known for? Just like all of these famous people in the space, right? Iman Gadzhi, he's known for this. Andrew Tate, he's known for escaping the matrix and actually making it out. So go ahead and fill up the worksheet, right? If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. But yeah, let's get it to the next module. Let's go. Welcome to the next module of the VI Viral Media Program. So in today's module right here, we're going to be talking about discovering who you're actually trying to talk to. You already figured out your values. You already figured out your passion. You already figured out everything that you need for your personal brand, right? The next step, which is the bread and butter, by the way, is discovering your dream follower, right? In order for you to get people who actually enjoy watching your content, who actually want to watch you, who actually like you for you, and they eventually turn into a loyal follower, a loyal audience. In order for you to do that, it's really simple, right? I left a link in the description of this module right here. You guys can access it. Once you access it, just make a copy of it so that you can fill it out. You can fill out the information. We are going to be filling up the following. Number one is, who do you want to watch your content? Specify their age, specify their gender if it's relevant, specify their lifestyle and the work situation. For example, they're working a 9-to-5 job. They hate their job. They want to make a change. They've tried this and that before, right? Their vibe in one sentence. For example, right, just in a nutshell, 20 something, let's say like 20 years old male, 9-to-5ers who felt stuck but obsessed with escaping the matrix. This is like typical B2C. This is typical business to consumer. Mind you guys, this is just an example, right? You guys don't have to completely follow what I typed out here, right? You guys can have, 20-year-old female who are into cooking, who blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Number two is, what are they obsessed with right now? Number one is topics that they binge watch every single day. Number two is people that they follow. Number three is what they repost and share frequently. An example of this is, for example, right, like Hormozy Reels. They like to watch Hormozy. They like to watch Andrew Tate, right? People they follow, right? They like to follow people like Andrew Tate. They like to follow people like Iman Gadzhi, Luke Belmar. Again, guys, if you guys want the best results within, targeting your audience pain points, actually getting to know who your audience is, you guys need to fill this up at your maximum capacity, right? That way, you guys can actually go to the Discord and share it with me. Just ping me, tag me, whatever it is, right? Ping me, tag me, and I'll review it with you. Number three is, what are they constantly thinking or feeling like? What's keeping them up at night every single day, right? For example, like a typical consumer, right? They're up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., they're scrolling through their feeds and they're seeing kids out there, their age, even younger than them, making way more money than them. What's the I know I'm made for more thought like? An example of this is, why can't I figure it out by myself? Everyone else is winning. I'm just getting left behind. And, I'm working my crappy 9-to-5 job. I'm not able to, help my parents. I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to do that, right? You guys need to go in depth. Number four is, what kind of content would they instantly share, right? What is the style, right? Is it a meme? Is it like an aesthetic? Is it like a rant? Is it clips, quote? Next thing is, what is a topic that would hit them emotionally or socially? And lastly, what would make them tag a friend? So like, again, there's examples of this. I'm not gonna go over it again because this is too repetitive. But number five, right? What do you want them to think when they find you? Oh, I've been looking for this. This person gets it. This contents me in a nutshell. This actually relates to me, right? How do you want them to actually feel about your vibe? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, how do you want them to feel about your vibe, right? How do you want your audience to actually feel? Like, what types of emotion do you actually bring? For number 6, I want you guys to list 5 things about their limiting beliefs, right? What is their limiting beliefs? Number 1, for me, could be like lack of, for example, oh, I need to look good in front of a camera. Oh, I need to have like the best equipment in order to actually, grow and go viral. Oh, I need to have a cool background with a penthouse lifestyle, whatever it is, in order for people to see me and buy from me. Stuff like that, you guys need to be specific. Number 7 is, what kind of identity are they chasing? What type of person do they actually want to become? What is their dream aesthetic, lifestyle, or energy? And last but not least, what is the core message of your content to them? So again, just write like a descriptive answer, a descriptive sentence. Once you're done, go to the Discord chat, right? Maybe like there's some channels which is like ask a question, whatever it is. Copy and paste everything, like copy and paste the link of your brand sheet. Make sure that anyone that can view can actually access it. Share it to me by pinging me, right? And I'll review it instantly. Boom. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day and see you in the next module. Let's go. Okay, cool. Welcome to the next module of the VR Viral Media program. So with creating your brand identity, it is really simple, and it's going to be a really short and quick module that I'm just going to explain to you guys. You see Andrew Tate, you see Iman Gadzhi, you see Luke Belmar, you see all these big people in the space, right? You see all these people. What do they sound like? What do they really believe in? Now, when it comes to creating your brand identity, what you need to really be discovering is, what do you really stand for? Do you sound more authority? Do you sound more passive? Are you more of underdog on the come up? Are you more of like a king who already knows everything and is just a coach? Which one do you align more with? Which one do you really want to present yourself with, right? As for me, I like to exert my authority. And that is the reason why I'm a personal brand coach. As for Andrew Tate, he has his authority on, inspiring the world. He's telling people to escape the matrix. He's being ruthless. He's being aggressive. Now, what is your brand identity like? Are you the underdog on a come-up story? Are you this king who already made it in life? What tone do you really settle for? Casual, aggressive, soft, whatever it may be, you need to create your brand identity. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I'll see you on the next module. Let's go. Every single day, you see these people popping up in your feed, going viral. Every single day, you keep seeing these people non-stop. Even if you were to look away from your screen for like 5 days, you still see these people. And your main question would probably be, how are these creators actually go viral? How do they actually blow up? Are they hacking the algorithm? Are they just rigging the system? Do they just have so much money that would they just splurge it all into like buying followers, buying likes, buying views? The answer is no, right? You and me, we both have the same opportunities as them. What they know that we don't is they just know what buttons to click. They just know the algorithm better. They just know the method, which I'm going to be sharing to you guys in just a moment right here in this module and in the next few modules as well. This method has literally allowed me to gain 400,000 followers in under a year, has allowed this guy to gain over 400,000 followers in under a year, this guy to actually be known as he's known today, Andrew Tate, right? This guy, Iman Gazzi, Alex Hormozi, Luke Belmar, all of these people have been using this one method that I'm going to share in this module and in the next few, right? But anyways, you see all these creators blowing up every single time. And yes, it's because of the stuff, some of the stuff we've covered in the last few modules, which is number 1, discovering your niche. Number 2, defining your core values. Number 3, discovering your dream follower. Number 4, discovering your brand identity, right? We've covered all of that stuff. It's good and all, discovering all of this type of stuff, discovering your niche, defining your core values, but really mean nothing if you're not able to make content that actually gets views. You are able to make content that is able to actually get followers and make you famous, right? That is why the most important part is how these people make videos. As you guys can see over here, I'm going to explain this in a second. This is called format testing. He's basically tested out tens of thousands of different formats out there: talking head, green screen, storytelling content, and he found one format that's actually working for him. And then what he did, he rinsed and repeated. First video, he got 400,000 views. Second video that he literally used the same format, it milked 1.2 million views. It's all about testing as many as format as you can, right? So the method is test and volume. You have to understand that this content game is all about testing and distribution. So here's what I want you to do, right? Number 1 is test as many formats as you can, right? For example, talking head, green screen, storytelling, comparison views here and there. You want to test as many as formats as you can. Once you find something that's working, rinse and repeat it. Once you found a format that is already working, let's say a talking head is working, you want to rinse and repeat that format. That way, you have a viral proven format that's actually working. Number 3 is you win and you just keep scaling faster and faster and faster. And this is exactly what allowed me to gain over 400,000 followers and billions of views generated. But moving on, just to give you guys a visual representation about what I'm actually talking about, these are the formats that I meant, right? This is what I meant by format testing. This is your content over here, and what I want you guys to do is just test as many as format as you can. There's cinematic storytelling, there's snapshot talking head, there's green screen talking, comparison views, black cropped out talking head, whatever it is, right? There's also more formats. These are just surface level formats that I just literally gave you guys. You guys can do research on that and find new formats that's actually working for other people. And what I want you guys to do is simply take inspiration of these formats and literally rinse and repeat it. For example, this is the format that I literally rinse and repeated my entire life of entrepreneurship, right? There's another format, which is comparison view, right? There's same person, two people basically, right? Green screen talking, snapshot talking, cinematic storytelling, right? Test as many as format as you can. Once you find, like, let's say 2 formats that is working, combine them and make that your main content pillar. Okay, cool, everyone. Welcome to Engaging with Your Audience module. So today's module right here is pretty much going to be self-explanatory. It's going to be really straightforward. It's probably going to be like 2 to 3 minutes long module. but it's really important, right? Because when it comes to growing your personal brand, engaging with your audience has to be one of your biggest priority in your personal brand journey, right? So number one, what I want you guys to do is reply to all comments, especially like the supportive ones, especially the people that just put down like a fire emoji or people that just ask you questions, right? Obviously, do not reply to the troll comments, people commenting like good boy or L or like whatever like meme or whatever like brain rot there is. Do not reply to them. It would just waste your time, or it would just waste your time. Only reply to the ones that are supportive, like fire emoji or like yo, like let's get it, bro. Like this is good. Or just reply to questions. Whenever someone asks you a question, reply back to them. If they are skeptical of something, reply back to them. Right. That way, you're boosting the algorithm. You're making the algorithm see you as okay. This guy, like his comment section is like so big here and there, like so many responses. And what it basically does is that the algorithm would just be in more of your favor and would just boost your video, right? Because this is the thing with Instagram. Instagram likes. They like saves, they like shares, especially comments. Comments, if you can ask a question in the comment section. For example, if someone were to ask you something, right? For example, someone typed I love this. I love this. Reply back with, thank you. What do you love about? Like, what do you love about my content, right? What do you love about my content? That way, you're triggering a response. And once you trigger a response, the algorithm sees it as more comments, obviously, and your video will get boosted to so many more people, right? It's pretty much it, right? The next thing that you want to do is reply to DMs. And I don't want you guys to just reply, right? Don't just reply with a statement, right? Reply to start a conversation, right? For example, if someone were to ask you a question or like a statement, don't just say thanks and just leave it on there, right? Because most of the time people just leave you on scene or just like your message and boom, right? You want to reply as well as do a follow-up question. Do a follow-up question. That way you also trigger response. And the reason why you want to do that is because people stay as followers. Followers that stay as followers, right? Like it doesn't really matter. It's just numbers on a screen. But in order for them to actually turn from a normal follower into a loyal follower, you want to actually build trust with them. How are you going to do that? Reply to them, build a relationship with them. That is how you actually gain trust. Number three is do Q&A stories, right? Once in a while, post a story about, ask me a question, whatever it is. Whenever someone give you a question, answer by recording a video and repost it onto your story, right? And if the question is like really good, let's say the question they ask is really good, repurpose that into content, answer it, and just repost that onto your reels. That way, you have a new content plan as well. So it's a win-win, right? The next thing that you want to do is story posts, right? It's really important. Add some stories just to engage with people, just to let people interact with you. Oh, what is your goal for 2026? Number one, I want to retire my parents. Number two, they can select, right? Number two, I want to buy a new car. Number three, I want to make as much money as possible. Number four, I want to hit 10K a month. Whatever it is, have story posts. That way they can actually interact, click, and do whatever they want, right? It's a great way to interact with your audience. Another thing is really important, probably like the most important part, is I want you guys to go live once a week just to connect with your audience and be authentic, right? Going live once in a week is pretty simple. Just place a camera. There should be like a live button. Just click on the live button. You can go live. You can engage with your audience real time. That way, when they see your authentic self, especially on live, it will build so much more authority, especially if you're giving valuable information, right? When I used to do live back then, right now I can't do it because I'm currently banned from live, but when I was doing live back then, what I always do is I always started off with giving value, right? That way, when the audience see it and they leave the live, they felt they were like better than they were before watching the live. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like just building trust through giving value, answering real-time questions, like on the spot, like go, 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 boom, right? It'll build so much trust, turning just a normal follower into a loyal follower, right? And your goal of this is to build a long-term relationship with your audience, making them turn from just a follower into a loyal follower, right? Improving the chance of them becoming your client as they like you and they trust you, obviously. And this is a quote I like to end off with this module, right? People buy from people they like and trust. So good luck with it. Engage with your audience. And yes, sir, let's see you in the next. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the iceberg for blowing the fuck up online. And this is the method that I've been using for myself as well as for my other clients who are winning every single day. And not only that, this video will help you go viral, but it will help you create content ideas so that you never run out of them. But anyways, let's get started. So first things first, when it comes to creating content, right, you don't want to attract your ICP. A lot of people, they tend to attract their ICP. They tend to just quote unquote niche down and just go all in with their ICP, just make content about their ICP, right? The truth is, you don't want to attract your ICP with your content. In order for you to actually go viral, you need to be attracting your dream follower. In business, there's this thing called the total addressable market, or if you guys might know already, TAM. If you were to make content solely just to target your ICP, your total addressable market would be limited. Because why? ICP, your ideal client profile, are just people who are niche down. And now your dream follower is someone who's broader than your ICP, but they hold the same values and belief system as your ICP. And a dream follower is more so of characteristics and personalities and what they like and what they believe in, all that type of stuff. Now your ICP is within the filtering process. You just want to qualify them on their financial level and their commitment. So let's say I'm a fitness coach, right? My ICP would be, obviously people who are fat or skinny, whatever it is, but their financial level, they need to have at least $3,000 saved up in order for them to actually invest into my program. That would be my ICP, right? It's more so of financial qualification. But as for my dream follower, because ICP, right, like not everybody has $3,000 set aside to just drop onto a program. And that's why I mentioned to you guys that your total addressable market will be limited. Everybody can actually invest into themselves. But aside from, having $3,000 saved, $2,000 saved in order to invest into the program, I want to be targeting my dream follower, which is people who just want to get jacked. Overall, it's just someone who's broad. But the characteristics, you want to figure that out. You want to figure out their beliefs. You want to figure out what they like. And a dream follower is just basically personality. So yeah, in conclusion, you want to make content attracting your dream follower instead of ICP, because your dream follower is what's going to make your total addressable market expand. That way you guys can actually attract more people, and within the qualifying process, you guys will also have your ICP. For the iceberg, for blowing the fuck up online, we got 3 layers. Number 1 is SLA, number 2 is rephrasing, and number 3 is reframing. As for SLA, it stands for still like an artist. So a lot of you guys will probably be familiar with this method because it's just so surface level. Everybody's talking about it, right? But in a nutshell, it's the fastest way to go viral, right? To blow the fuck up, and everybody knows about it. Every single person is using this. But no, you don't have to reinvent the wheel or come up with some crazy storytelling ideas like a mad scientist. You don't have to go around and just create your own stuff and reinvent everything. You're using what's already working. Right, you're replicating content that has worked in the past and just add your unique spin to it. It's really simple. A lot of you guys will probably know this by now as well. So I've been using this method for quite some time now, right? Like I copied from this guy, it got him 200K views, and this video got me around 150,000 views, which I literally copied the whole format and I just added my own unique spin to it. For this guy as well, I kind of just made it better, made it into my own style, and then boom, 900 likes, as well as tons and tons of leads compared to the one that I actually copied. So it's really simple, right? You guys would probably understand it by now. Replicating content and just add your unique spin for it. There's different ways to this. Either you scroll for a while and then you just find people in your niche that you resonate with, you save few of their posts and then you just copy it. Or if you guys can just spot a trend, as for for example, podcasts, right? Black squares on top, black squares on bottom, storytelling, of course there's more trends out there. You guys can see repeating trends and then just use that. Use the trend and just copy it. But here's the thing with this method, right? It's one of the most fundamental skills to actually go viral. So I don't want you guys to actually rely on the SLA method all the time, as it's not one-to-one. You can use this for the first few times here and there, it's all good. But if you want to actually build and maintain your profitable personal brand, don't rely on it. Because what you're doing is you're subconsciously pinpointing that, oh, I'm not the original content creator, but this person is, because he's the one that developed his own format. The next layer that we got is rephrasing, and it's changing perspective. Now, not everybody knows about this method, as it's kind of deep down into the iceberg. It's not surface level anymore. So this will be something only a few people would know, and it's rephrasing. It's what I've used, and it's what some of you guys have been using subconsciously without even knowing as well. So this time, you're not even stealing from other people anymore, but you're stealing it from yourself. You basically take videos that performed well for you in the past, and you're just literally replicating it into better content. But instead of just reposting the exact same video onto your page, you're actually going to literally just revamp it. You want to keep the core idea, right? For example, my mom's reaction to me making 4K in a day, and I literally just replicate it into better content, right? But like in a different setting and a different background. You retire your mom at 17, and it's just me pulling up in my mom's crib, and I'm just talking to her in a person, and I recorded that. That video by now probably got like 2 million views. So you want to replicate your content, right, just with a new angle and with a new vibe, but you want to keep the same core idea. I saw this video on my page, which at that time, my average view was like 10,000, 20,000 views. By me seeing this video that got 70,000 views, I realized that this is different. I realized that this has potential. So what I do, and I just literally rephrase the video. I rephrase everything, the background, the setting. Instead of just me talking to my mom on a phone, I pull up to her and I just talk to her in person, and I recorded that. Why? Because I know for a fact that people will feel more emotion watching this. And I ended up literally, I don't know, like 100xing my view or some sort, right? Right now it's at 2 million views. The next layer we got is reframing, and it's altering words. Now this method will not only help you go viral, but it will also help you create content ideas that literally never run out. So in order for you guys to execute this method, you have to rely on one of these first, which is SLA or rephrasing. Why? Because you want to make content that actually goes viral first in order for you to actually execute on this idea. So let's say I already found a video that actually goes viral, get clients, and it's literally everything's perfect, right? You don't want to just post once and just forget. You don't want to just go and forget. No, you want to keep rinse and repeating what's already working. Now, how do we do that? You can do this by literally reframing everything, reframing the words, reframing the topic of the video. Think about it like this. This is the topic of the video, right? Top 10 ways to make money online. If you want to actually go viral again and again and again and again, it would be stupid to just make the same video talking about the same stuff. What you can do to go viral again, but as well as come up with new content ideas continuously, is you can literally just reframe everything, reframe the words, reframe the topic of the video. So instead of top 10 ways to make money online, you could do top 10 mistakes keeping you broke. Or if I had $0, these are the 10 things I'd pick. And by that, off one video, you can literally generate like 5 to 10 content ideas for the whole week. And in a result to that, you will never ever run out of content ideas. In this module right here, I'll be showing you guys the exact calendar systems that I use in the personal branding course. So this calendar systems that I've been using, every single person uses this in the info space, is called Calendly, right? Now, feel free to check this site out. Feel free to check out this platform out by yourself. It's called Calendly. You guys can just copy and paste this in. You know, obviously you guys can't copy and paste it, but yeah, type in the link. Yep. So anyways, in case if you've been living under a rock so far, right? Calendly is an automated scheduling platform that connects to your personal or work calendars. For example, like Google Calendars. Everybody uses this, right? Not Outlook, which no one uses this unless if you want to use it, then go ahead. But I'm more familiarized with Google Calendar. So this displays your availability, allowing other people to book meetings with you through a shared link without back and forth email, back and forth messaging of, oh, wait, my time zone is this, your time zone is this, can you please reschedule? No, there's no longer going to be that type of problem with Calendly, right? Because Calendly is a software where it tracks your IP, where it tracks their IP as well. So when they book, is the time when you can actually make it and you can actually set your availability, right? This eliminates the hassle of scheduling by instantly and adding booked meetings to your connected calendar, setting automated reminders, and handling time zone differences. Now, I've been using Calendly for my entire life, right? Probably made me over $100,000 already. I wouldn't say I was using it my entire life. I probably say I use it for 6 months, 7 months now. Made me so much money. All right, saves me a lot of time. I got so many calls booked through Calendly right here. Now it's not a client acquisition platform, but it's just a platform to save you time and energy. But anyways, so what you should know before. So there's two versions, right? The free version or the paid version, which is $20 a month. Not 15, my bad. It's $20 a month, which I recommend you buy the paid version because it gives you the most ROI. If you don't know what ROI means, it means return on investment, right? So, right, it saves time. It's worth more than $20 a month. I feel like this is a steal. So yeah, go buy the $20 a month subscription. That's gonna be way better. That's gonna save you a lot of time. Yeah. So Now we're going to move on to how to set up Calendly. Ignore this right here. It's just test. So now let's go and set up your Calendly link right here. Okay. Oops. Okay. So open Calendly app. You can just search Calendly like I told you to. Now you see a lot of complicated stuff, right? Obviously, the first thing that I want you guys to do is connect to your Gmail, connect to your Google account. That you're going to obviously be using it to book in calendars and meetings, right? Now, what you want to do is obviously, let me move this real quick. Obviously, click on view plans over here, down here. And then, yeah, buy the middle one, $20 a month. Yeah. Yeah, buy the $20 a month one. Yeah, $20 a month is just way better than just $12 a month, whatever it is. That's what I do with it. Okay, now that you got everything set up, you want to go here, top right corner. You see create, right? You want to click on create. Now there's a lot of options right here. I like to do just one-on-one, really simple, straight to it. You should too. Name your meeting, whatever it is, right? Online coaching or online services. Just put your business name. Duration, I like to keep it at 30 minutes. You can set it up to like 45 minutes, an hour, custom. Yeah. Now location, click on location. Now there's two options, right? Zoom or Google Meet, right? You don't need to use phone call or in person. There's no need for it. Either Zoom or Google Meet. For me, I'm gonna do Google Meet. Boom, there we go. Google Meet, I selected it. Now availability, you want to set your availability. Now here, look, date range. Invitees can schedule 60 days into the future with at least 4 hours of notice. 60 days is too long. Just imagine someone scheduling 60 days into the future, right? You told them to schedule today, but they scheduled in 2 months. The actual call is in 2 months, right? If you think about it, that is lowering the chance of you actually closing them and turning them into a client. Simple as that. So what you can do right here to make them more warmed up, let's just do 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3 days is what I recommend. I'd just say 3 days max into the future. There you go. Now that's done. You can just exit that. Boom. Now they can only schedule 3 days into the future. Now here we go. Right. Schedule. Edit that. For your schedule, you want to set your availability. So I don't know what your guys' schedule and availability is looking like, but some of you guys have school from 8 all the way to 4. So you might be available at, let's see, 6, 7. There it goes. 6 all the way to 11, 6 all the way to 11. You can, obviously be flexible with it. Make sure you actually show up on time, and these are the times you're actually available. If you're done, right? By the way, guys, if you don't want any days, for example, you're unavailable at Saturday or Sunday, let's say Sunday. For example, you're not available at Sunday, just click X, right? Just click X. Boom. It will show unavailable, and that's all. Other than that, once you're done, click apply to 5 event types. Boom. Right. Give me 1 second. Hopefully it didn't update my other ones, because this is obviously a test, but it's fine. Okay, now you're going to click more options. Once you're done with that, now you should have the link, which all you have to do once you press this create button, you should have the link over here. You can just copy and give it to your prospects. Other than that, click on more options if you want more advanced settings. Now description, add your description, whatever it is. What is the call going to be about? What you guys are going to cover. I say ignore this and ignore this. I wouldn't mess with that. Booking page options. Obviously, if you want to make your URL way nicer, you just name it. Just name it whatever you want. There you go. Invite form. Now, if you guys want to have qualifying questions, which if you guys are a beginner, right, do not add qualifying questions in the Calendly. What I recommend you to do is just add a few questions, like, what is your name? What is your name? Add new question. 1 line. There you go. Add new question. Your Instagram, and obviously, right, make it required so they will have to actually answer, not skip. There you go. Your number, and you can drop down and add other stuff. Yeah, and then you want to do is save changes once done. Payment, nah, no need. You do another payment anyways. Notifications, yes. So to set up workflows, right? To set up workflows, oh, give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. To set up workflows, I'm gonna do that in a bit. But anyways, you want to save changes. Once that's done, give me 1 second. No, I just updated everything. That's so cooked. But anyways, once that's done, you should have the link. You can copy it. Let's just test it first. Boom. Now, as you can see right here, the URL is changed. Now look at that, right? Select date and time. Either today, oh, no, time's in September. Okay. Is either going to be this one, 1, 2, 3. So they can only schedule 3 days into the future, right? Now, obviously, once they scheduled, you want to give them some type of reminder. So now, really simple, go into their DMs, right? Remind them 4 hours, remind them 1 day before the call, 5 hours before the call, and 1 hour before the call. Simple like that. Or what you can even do is set up a workflow right here. Click on workflows and click on new workflows. This is to give new, how do I say it? This is to do follow up by email and SMS. In case they already provided their phone number. Click on new workflows. Now, you want to click here, send email reminder to invitee, add workflow. Okay. Now, workflow name it whatever you want. Which event types would this apply to? It will apply to this one, your one. When this happens, right? So basically, you just want to follow up the same, right? 1 day before the call, 5 hours prior to the call, and 1 hour prior to the call, and when the call actually starts, you want to send them a reminder. So you will have to make another workflow and another workflow and another workflow, right? So this is the first workflow right here, 24 hours before event starts. There we go. Sends email to invitee. Now you can edit this, whatever you like. Once you're done, just click done, click save. And then I want you to go ahead. Oh, hopefully I don't lag out. Okay, I didn't like it. Okay. And once you're done, all you really need to do is save it, send it to them, and boom, you should be good. Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to another video. So today we're doing a case study with, what's your name?
Ramil. Yeah,
Yes.
my name is Ramil.
Yes, sir. And this case study will just be around like 10 to 20 minutes long. It's just going to be going over our experience with working together, how much you made, stuff like that, your recommendations, your advice, what you've been through, what you faced with, something like that. But just to start it off, man, like tell us more about yourself. You know what I mean? Like, where are you from? Why you moved to the US? And why do you do this in the first place?
Well, I was born in Thailand. I'm actually from Thailand, but I'm currently in the US. I came here for college, and I started this business because I just wanted to take risks and I just wanted to make a lot more money. And it's like it's a common sense. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
But there's something more than that. Like there's something more than money that I really want to get. At first, when I first started this business, I focused on money for sure.
Mhm.
But as I kept doing it, as I got more successful in this business, there's something more than money that I really want, and that is fame, influence, and there's so many things I really want. And there's so many good opportunities that come in since I started this business. Yeah, that's all I really want to tell you guys.
And out of every single thing that you could have done, you could have been doing teaching other people how to do marketing, this and that. You're an English coach, right? Why did you choose to be an English coach? Why do you choose to, start this in the first place out of all the things that you could have been doing?
Because I know my potential and I know that I can speak English, and there's so many people that can't speak English. There's so many people that really need help with this. So I think that it would be a lot like, so this is what I thought. Like a year ago, I started this channel because I heard something from my friend, and he said that many Thai people can't even speak English, and bro, you can do this. Like you can start a business, and you can actually charge people and sell courses. And and I tried it. At first, it failed. You know, at first I remember like I had two channels. I used to have two channels. It was actually two English channels where I taught English, but I already shut them down, you know. And I opened a new account, which is the third one, and the third one is the current one. And yeah, that's and then and then one day I just got viral because some people took part of my videos and posted it on their account, and it went viral. It blew up, and that video got
now. Right now, you're at 100-something-thousand followers, right? On Instagram, on YouTube, it's 100,000 as well, right? So collectively, bro, you have over like 200, 300K followers across all platforms, which is great, right? Money is great as well. Ever since you joined the membership, tell us more about walk us through, like before you joined, like what were you struggling with? What was your biggest bottlenecks? Because at the end of the day, right, all you really did, bro, is you have a skill and you monetize that skill and turn it into a digital offer, and you just market through content. Walk us through the process of how you did that before. What were you struggling with before joining the mentorship?
Before I joined the mentorship, I was struggling with building a personal brand because, you know, like 6 months before I joined the mentorship, I did not know anything much about personal brand. Like I'm not an expert about this, and the only thing I knew was, oh, you have to, you know, build connection with your audience. You have to be authentic, and that's all I did. That's how I got followers. But I think but I thought to myself that there could be something more than authenticity, because if everybody can be authentic and post videos on social media, then how can you be different? So yeah, that's one thing that I was struggling with. And another thing was probably the mindset thing, because I wasn't willing to take risks enough at the time, like before joining the mentorship. So I think that I would have made a lot more money if I took more risks, and if I had the balls to do something even riskier, you know. Yeah. So that's why I decided to join.
Let me ask you this. Like, what was your first reaction? Remember when we were on the call, what was your first reaction when you see money flowing through? 2K, 3K, 4K.
Yeah, that's like that's crazy. That was actually one of the first biggest risks that I've ever taken in my entire life. Yeah. And then after I made around like 2000 ish dollars, like, I can't remember, 2 months ago, I decided to take more risks and, you know, make a lot more money.
Yes, sir, man. And so far, like collectively, like how much have you made?
Do you mean like from the beginning?
Since we started working together.
Okay. Since we started, I joined his mentorship 2 months ago. And the first time I made around 2000. So let's say 2000. And then for around a week ago, 5 to 7 days ago, I launched a new course, and it made over $6,000.
Yeah.
Just a week. Yeah.
Damn.
So around 6,000 plus 2,000, it's probably almost 10,000. It's around
almost
6,000.
Great, bro. That's fucking great. If you think about it, bro, that's more than the average income in the US.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And imagine not even being from the US, you came here, you made a fuck you money. You know, you of money. But that's good, bro. Describe what it was like working with us, in the VI media team. What area do you get the most value from in the program? Stuff like that. Like, walk me through.
I think the value that I get the most is the sales call. I remember I joined the sales call a couple of times, and
You mean
I
like
learned
sales coaching, right?
yeah, sales coaching. I learned a lot about sales psychology. I learned a lot about how to interact with your clients, like how to convince them to buy something without putting a lot of pressure on them. Yeah, that's what I learned a lot. And I think that the biggest thing that I really get from this mentorship is the mindset thing.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Before I joined the mentorship, I saw one of your videos, right?
Yeah.
And I was so surprised that you're only 16 and you made this much money. And that's that's kind of inspiration that kind of drove me to this point. So and after I joined the mentorship, I saw you guys take like all the risks that nobody has ever taken.
We're a risk taker.
Yeah, and you guys made a lot of money, so that's so I would say that the best thing I can get, like one of the best experiences I get from this mentorship is that you guys are good role models that I can follow. Like you guys don't have you guys didn't tell me what to do, or like you guys didn't tell me that, oh, you have to have this mindset, you have to be mentally tough, you have to take risks, you have to do something that nobody else does. But you guys just took the action and showed the result. So when I saw the result, I saw what you did, I saw your action. That kind of told me that, oh, if you guys can do it, why can't I do it?
Yeah.
Right?
So what was your mindset before, like, even joining? Like, what was your mindset like? Like, was it like a girl mindset, like type of like no action, no risk, scared to take the next step? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, so my mindset before I even created this channel, before I even started this business, I kind of had a loser mindset. That's kind of loser mindset.
Yeah.
And I was so obsessed with self-improvement videos. I watched hundreds of videos, but took no action, zero action, took no risks, and just stay in the same bedroom, did the same thing, and had the same routine. I didn't do anything, and then I realized that it was a big waste of time to learn a lot, to learn all sorts of things from so many people, but did nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah. And fast forward to today, you have a good personal brand, a growing personal brand it is profitable. The past week you've made $6,000, which is fucking insane, bro. It's God level, bro. It's God level. And the thing is, like, we're not even done, right? We're not even done. Still gonna help you, grow. But with you, what was I even gonna say? Right? Before, right? Have you ever joined other mentorships before, or any other programs before? Have you invested into something like this before, or like this your first one?
I had I think I probably had one mentorship. Yeah, another mentorship. Yeah. I've had around 2 mentorships in my entire life.
Okay.
But mostly before I even joined this mentorship, I spent most of my time studying about business on YouTube. Watching YouTube videos, watching Alex Hormozi, and reading books. Yeah, that's what I did the most.
I see. So it's like, at the end of the day, information is free, right? That is what I mean. Information is free. You can give someone the most information ever, like the knowledge to become a billionaire, for example, right? And obviously, you have that information right in front of you right now. You can search it on YouTube. You can search it up on ChatGPT. But what is actually going to make the needle move forward is you taking that action, right? Like, a lot of you guys are, reading self-improvement books, stuff like that. You guys plan too much, but action down here. You guys plan like up here, but the action is down here. It doesn't make sense. It's way better to
take more action than plan, right? You ever see like these type of movies where like the main character plan on the wall stuff like a robbery, for example, they're planning a robbery, right? Like that stuff doesn't exist in real life, right? Like
Yeah.
the shit that the shit that is successful, bro, all comes from having a blank mind and just do it. You know what I mean? Like have a small idea and you do it, and then that idea expands, right? But all you basically did is you have a skill, you made that into an offer, you market it with content, and you just launch that offer and people buy from it, right? And what was your biggest struggle so far, as terms of like launching your course, building trust with other people? Like, what would be your biggest struggle?
My biggest struggle was, I think it was when I didn't know what course to launch. I didn't know what people really wanted. So what I did was so when I didn't have an idea yet, or when I had no idea what to do, or when I had no idea what kind of course I wanted to launch, the only thing I did at a time was keep posting content. Like I was so consistent with posting content. I think that one good thing that I did at a time was that no matter what happened, I would keep posting content every single day, like no days off.
Yeah.
3 to 4 days. Sorry, 3 to 4 videos a day. That's what I did, like 7 days a week, no days off. And another strategy that I really used, and I think it's really worked, and I don't think that many people do this, is that you can actually check out my videos, and you'll see that most of my videos are the ones that answer people's questions. Like I just take one of people's comment, put it on top, and make a video about it. Like that's one way to solve their problems for free, and that's one way to make them trust.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
And
that's
you execute that perfectly well. Like it's just like what Alex Hormozy did, right? You did the Alex Hormozy method, by the way. He said, give all the value for free, but sell on the implementation, sell on the action. Because obviously people that learn English, they're not just gonna be watching you and just practice and talk with other people and experience it, right? But that's where your course or your mentorship or whatever comes in. But where do you I want to hear more about it. I think I got the idea of it in the first place, but where did you first hear about the program? Like where do you first hear about me? What made you even join? What got you really interested?
It all started from seeing you on my Instagram. Like, you popped out on my feed a couple of times. So I was kind of curious, like, who's this guy? So I clicked on your profile, and then I watched the other videos. And yeah, that's how I started to know you. And then I saw a link, probably a link or something. I don't think it's a link. I think I once I saw your IG story, Instagram story, and you said you have mentorship. Yeah. And I remember when I saw that one story, I texted you. I can't remember what I said.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of blank, but it's either like you message me or you book a call with me. It's either two options. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you asked, and then you asked me right away whether I was interested in like booking a call with you. Yeah.
Bro, I have a question, bro. Like, do you save all of that money? Like, what do you even spend all that money on? Or like, you just save it?
I just save it.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
damn.
Yeah, I just save it. Yeah.
Savings, good life savings.
Cause my biggest goal is I want to hit 1 million.
Oh, really?
Like,
Are you planning to do this like forever, like this English coaching thing, or do you want to just have like collect a lot of cash and then just go and do something else?
I'll see because I haven't planned about that yet.
Yeah, I kid you not, guys. Like this dude's personal brand, he's like the most authentic version of himself. He's an English coach, but I don't want you guys to imagine an English coach where it's like talking nicely to other people, being like the normal teacher in like school or whatever it is, bro. This guy's out there swearing. His unique personality is what makes him coach. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, people do not buy coaching. They don't buy coaching. They buy coaches. People buy coaches, right? As long as you can make yourself stand out, your unique personality stands out, and all of that type of stuff, you are gonna get sales, right? And having a personal brand is just a really big ROI, right? Even if you're not gonna sell anything, bro, you can get recognized on the streets, right? Other people can just DM you. Other high level people can just DM you and just be like, "Yo, bro, is that Ramil? Like, damn, bro, I like your stuff." You know what I mean? Like, connection is everything.
Yeah.
Last question. How likely are you to recommend us on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say at least 7 to 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, and why is that? Explain more.
Sorry.
And why is that? Like, explain more. Like, go more in depth.
7 to 8 because one thing that like here's the thing. One thing that makes you guys unique is that you are only 16 and like you've come so far and you've made a lot more money than 40 years old, you know. And so what I really mean by that is that age doesn't determine everything. Like it doesn't determine someone's ambition. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that you don't only buy information or you don't only buy someone's courses just to get information, but you buy coaches. Because sometimes when you want to get coaching with someone, you don't only buy their knowledge, but you also buy their mindset. Because if you're coached by someone it's not all about information. That person also has to have the kind of mindset that encourages you to take the action. Because if someone only gives you the information, but you as a student has zero willpower to take the action necessary to be successful, then it's not worth the money, right? It's not worth it, and then nothing is going to happen. So I think one of the considerations that you guys have to have when taking courses or when getting coaching from someone is that you have to see that person's goals or visions. What does that person really want in their life, and what is their goal? What is their mindset? What is that person a guy who has big ambition to do something? Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah, man. Let's keep it going, bro. Your personal brand's going good. We're gonna make so much more money. And I'm just happy to take you in as a client, bro. Let's get it.
All right.
Boy. This is the end of the study call. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave Ramil's social links down below in the description. You guys can check him out, see his content, follow him. He's a really entertaining guy and a really good English coach. But that's about it. Link to apply is in the description, and see you guys soon. Bye-bye. All right, boys, I just want to come up here and congratulate you. All right, let's take a deep breath real quick and just give yourself a big hug, because this is truly the 1% top G type of shit that you guys are doing right now. You guys stick to this part. We're officially around 2 hours and a half into the video, and you guys are truly the 1%, because you guys are committed. You guys are dedicated, right? This is just a small section of the video, and if you guys manage to stick to this part, you guys are a G, and that's all I'm basically gonna say. Anyways, I just want to record this video and just come up to you guys to tell you guys the secret phrase. A lot of you guys have been trying to find the secret phrase, and I'm only gonna give this to the 1%. So, monetize 100x is the secret phrase. If you guys got that phrase right here, I'm gonna put all across the screen. If you guys got that right here, I want you guys to copy and paste a message into my Instagram, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be offering you guys a free consulting call on how you guys can scale your offer, how you guys can actually start, how you guys can actually build your personal brand. I'm going to be dropping it all. So without further ado, if you got the message, DM me on Instagram and I'll get to it. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome to the next section. And in this section right here, I'll be teaching you guys how exactly you guys can start creating your digital products through WAP.com. Keep in mind that, guys, look, I am creating this with you guys live, right? This is actually a new AI business that me and my team has been creating. Now we're just starting to create our own WAP community. So follow all the steps along. What we do is gonna be a heck of a journey, but let's get to it. Anyways, in order for you guys to access WAP.com, you guys can obviously search it up, but honestly, this would be easier, right? I left a link in the description. Go to the description and click the link. Then you get access to WAP. Now it's either going to let you sign in and make a new account, which is pretty self-explanatory. Get that done, and then you'll be redirected to this homepage, right? Or number two, you already have a WAP account, which you guys can just get started right away. But anyways, once we're here on this page right here, this is the default page, going to be a lot of pages. So what I want you guys to do is click on Discover. Click on Discover, and then at the top right corner over here, you should see a button that says Start Selling. Ignore all the text, ignore all these videos, and just click Start Selling for free. After that, click Continue. Now, which model best describes your offer? Obviously, click on whatever fits you and your niche and your offer. In my case, I'm going to select agency services. Boom. For me, it's going to be AI agency. Which country are you in? United States. Name of your business. Now, this is where a lot of entrepreneurs are like running in circles, right? They tend to research and think deeply about, oh my God, what should be the name of my business? Bro, you can just use ChatGPT, or you can just name it whatever you want, like type gibberish or whatever it is, because you guys can always go back and rename your business once you have that idea. So don't let this complicate you so much. Just go with the flow, right? For me, I already have my own business name. There we go. And just click create business, and it should take you 10 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever it is. There we go, boom. Like, this is your own WAP right here. There's your name. There's all these sections, which a lot of you got. It's actually not that complicated, guys. Like, a beginner can see this, a kindergarten can see this, just understand right off the bat. Anyways, just giving you guys a quick introduction to everything, like a quick navigation walkthrough. So over here, you can see your today earnings, which is none right now because this is a new WAP, your balance, your stats, today, 7 days ago, 4 weeks ago, 3 months ago, last 12 months, new users who joined. MRR stands for monthly recurring revenue. ARR stands for annually recurring revenue. So annually is something like yearly, right? Churn rate, people who tried and refund, they'll give you a percentage rate over here. Payment breakdowns, users with apps installed. Pretty self-explanatory, guys. But anyways, we're going to create our first product. So go ahead and click on the product section, and then you should see this button over here which says create products on the top right corner. Click on create product, and boom, there we go. Now this is pretty much self-explanatory. You guys can just fill this up your own name, basic access. For me, I'm just going to do AI. Boom. Headline, you guys can just literally generate that with ChatGPT or AI. Boom, I got the headline done. Describe your offer. Honestly, for me, in my case, I'd like to leave this blank, but if you guys want to have your own description, then go for it. Pricing, now this is where the real part begins, right? You guys can either do free, which a lot of you guys don't want to do free. But anyways, there's one-time payment and recurring payment, right? Recurring is like per month, per 3 months, per 1 year, per 6 months, whatever it is. If you guys want to do that, then go ahead. For me, I like to do one time, right? So one time, I already have my pricing structured. It's $2,000 for an AI agency. Now, advanced options, I would leave this blank. Payment methods, I'll check ACH. If you guys want to apply for financing, then you guys can also do that. If you guys want to apply for PayPal, you guys can set that up, as well as for crypto. Now, once that's set up and once everything is done and complete and well looking, you guys can just press this button that says save. Boom, you just created your first product. Congratulations. Now, what you guys can actually do is copy the link and send it to your customers. Now, there's basically two things, right? Either you want to have all your assets and the courses, modules, whatever you'll be selling there, all your guides on WAP, or number two, you just want to have it separate, right? You just want to use WAP as like a payment platform, like as like a payment processor. And in case if you want to use WAP as a platform to do all the deliverables, like offering all the services, offering all the guides, then I'll be helping you guys set that up as well. But if your main purpose of using WAP is just for payment processing, then all you have to do is just copy the link of the checkout link and then just send it to the customer, they buy, and then you should get the funds. All right, boys, so in order for you to start having the deliverables down and actually creating your WAP, now that you already have your checkout link, right? In case if you want to do all the delivering, such as having your PDF files, having your course modules, having all the assets directly on WAP, then what you guys want to do is this, right? Over here, we're here in the dashboard section, which is all the payment. Here's Here's all the creating your checkout link here and there. Like there should be a button that pops up that looks something like this. Like here's all my joins WAPs, right? So you should see a button that looks something like your WAP logo that you just created, and you guys just want to click on that. And once you click on that, you should see all these stuff right here. There's dashboards, there's products, there's app store, there's support chats, right? And what you guys want to do is click on app store. Now there's going to be a lot of apps that you guys can add, such as chats, courses, files where you guys can upload your PDF files, announcements, content rewards, live streaming. Right now, we're just going to be sticking to the basics, which are files, chats, and courses. So I'm going to add chats, I'm going to add courses, and I'm going to add files. But anyways, here we have all the apps that we just added, right? Files, courses, and chats. So let's just get started with the courses. All you have to do is click on the app, and then you should see this button where it says add courses. Just click on there and enter your course module. Type in the name, type in the description, add the cover, whatever it is, and just click create. Now once that's done, you should see all these stuff. This is called chapters. So in chapters, there should be modules. You can just name whatever your chapter is. And in order for you to upload the course video, all you have to do is follow these rules over here. And if you guys want to attach some file or a PDF to your lessons, all you guys have to do is click over here called upload attachments. Click on that, and then you guys can see all the screenshots or some PDF files you guys got. Then all you guys have to do, click on that, click open, and then it should be good. And once everything is done, all you guys have to do is press save changes. And once everything's done, all you have to do, if you want to add more courses and modules, all you have to do is repeat, right? Add a new course and do it all over again. And now that's out of the way, let's go ahead and set up your files. Click on the Files app. Now on the top right corner, you guys want to click Settings. And all you guys have to do is add file over here, add your files, just add a screenshot, open, whatever it is. And then you guys have to save. If there's a save button, if not, then it's fine, just leave it there. And then there we go, that should be it. If you guys want to connect something else, do something else, and you guys can add a new app. We're going to go over leveraging your client results or testimonials on posts and stories, right? You guys already know, why do we need clients results? Why do we even need to present them in the first place? It's common sense. You're using these results as leverage to make you more to make you even more money. That's the whole reason why I've been trying to give you guys all the information. I've been trying to help you guys out. I've been hopping on calls, group calls. I've been giving you guys accountability and execution. That's the most important part, so that I can turn you guys into a testimonial, which, you know, is not only good for you, but it's also good for me, because I can use that as leverage to make even more money, right? And then this is what you should do too in your online coaching business. So in this module, we're going to go over three form of case studies that you can literally do on three different platforms. No, not three different platforms, but just three types. There's going to be carousels. There's going to be short form content. We're going to cover this includes the reels and the stories, and we're also going to include long form content, which is probably by far the most important part, because, you know, long form, when the video is long, when the video is over, you see this, over 20 minutes, when the video is like that, people's going to watch through, and they're probably going to be pre-sold, which literally boosts your sales rate, close rate up. But anyways, I like to cover the short form content first, because I've been more used to this my entire time of doing personal branding. Anyways, guys, I'm kind of sick today, so don't mind me if I sneeze. Don't mind me if I have a stuffy nose. But anyways, we're going to go over short form content, and we're going to cover the reels part, and then eventually the stories. Okay, so there's three forms that, you know, a lot of coaches do, which is totally valid. There's storytelling type of case study, there's authentic results for case study, and there's client interview, which, you know, it's pretty common sense. You're just in a call with your client, and then you're just interviewing them, cutting into little clips. But anyways, for the first one, this guy, his name is Josh Chang. He's like an online coaches for fitness coaches who want to scale. So he basically helped fitness coaches start their online coaching program, as well as, you know, scaling it if they already started but they're not making enough money. But anyways, this type of case study is storytelling. And by the way, guys, over here is going to be the captions. The video might not have the same caption as this one, because the one that I made is way better than the ones that's in the video. But anyways, storytelling, as you guys can see right here, POV, your client just bought his dream car. As you guys can see right here, that's so much credibility, that's so much proof. especially if like bro, a car, and it's not even a normal car. He bought a Corvette C8, right? Okay, so let's check out his shoot. Let's check out his content for a second. You guys can't probably hear the audio, but there's going to be the caption where you guys can see it. The best feeling ever. My client just bought his dream car. Just got a Corvette C8. And as you can see right here, he's just going around about his story, his life. The captions are not that good. It could definitely be better. But yeah. Just telling the audience about how he went from $0 a month all the way to $50,000 a month. He came in, he was broke, unambitious, he wasn't feeling himself, but once he come in, he started making the money and he started living his dream life. That's the stuff that you want to sell. That's the type of stuff that you want. Like, that's the type of testimonials you want as well. Mix it in with storytelling. Tell your audience about your client's life. Where was he at and where is he now, right? And the differences between them, right? It doesn't even matter if you exaggerate the story or whatever it is, but anyways, this could be a caption for it. Use this caption as well for all of your every single case study video that you do. You can use captions like this. Alex was stuck at $0 a month. He had the passion, but no direction. He worked long hours, doubting himself, questioning if he should even continue coaching. Family didn't believe in him, friends laughed. He was on the edge of giving up. That's when he reached out to me. We built his brand from scratch. We created a system that tracked clients, positioned him as an expert, and scaled his offers. Now, Alex went from $0 to over $50,000 a month as an online life coach. And just last month, he bought himself a C8 Corvette. By the way, I don't think it's life coach, it's probably fitness coach. Yeah, C8 Corvette with the emoji as well, so it grabs attention. If Alex can do it, so can you. This implies that, like, anything is possible. They're no different from you. Obviously, when you're doing storytelling content, that is the exact dream you want to present to your viewers, right? That these people are no different from you. These people are no different from you. They're not different. The only difference they have is that they took the action. They invest into themselves, right? Obviously, your target audience might be people who work long hours, 9 to 5 workers, like any normal human being does this. But because he joined your program, now he's making $50,000 a month, buying the dream car. And of course, a call to action. This is a call to action right here. CTA. DM me CC. By the way, your keyword for your call to action needs to be something that correlates with what you're doing. CC stands for cash collected. DM me CC to see how you can build and scale your coaching business. Easy like that. Now we're going to move on to authentic results. This one is the same guy, really. He's the same guy. I think Emily is, I think, not a fitness coach. Definitely, I think she's like a consulting coach, a life coach, or whatever it is. But anyways, what I mean by authentic results is results with no type of edit. It's more of on-screen results, as in the client's the one doing the talking. The client is the one, how do I say it? The client is the one showing the payments, showing the result by herself. So you're not having edits like this with b-rolls, with cool edits, this and that. No, you're just being authentic. There's no edits, maybe just a text above, and a simple Zoom call where the client literally shows the results for herself, as you can see right here. Let me just go. This video is pretty much self-explanatory. You don't even need to hear the sound. How do I open this up? What the? Okay, that's weird. Oh, there we go. There's the link. Okay. He said, "Guess what?" And then boom, she showed the Stripe dashboard. Simple like that. Obviously the caption could be better, with making more intriguing, uh making more like storytelling as well. But yeah, this is authentic results. Just showing the results, clapping, as you guys can see. There's little to no editing. It's just the clients do the talking, and there's no b-rolls, no storytelling, no just talking, right? It's actual results. So that's what I mean by authentic results. So as you can see, check out the I want you guys to check out the caption. Emily was a full-time nurse, long shifts, little sleep, barely any time for herself. She wanted freedom, but she had no idea where to start. She took the leap, quit her job, and within 2 days she made $7,000 as an online coach. Now she's building a business that pays her more and gives her back her time. DM me CC to see how you can build and scale your online coaching business. He's like that. I like this. I like this. I like this. As well as guys, notice the emojis. Imagine, put yourself in the viewer's perspective. Put yourself in the viewer's shoes. When they watch it, my eyes immediately caught onto here because there's an emoji. It captures my attention. It's also it's also bold, right? Next thing we're going to go over is client interview. This is pretty much self-explanatory. In case if you guys don't know what it is, it's essentially you just hop on a call, crop out some browsers, crop out some things that are blocking your screen. Just have a square like this, This is my boy Hoku right here. Oh yeah, I didn't even give you guys an introduction. This is my boy Hoku right here. He teaches young barbers, how to actually scale their barbering business. So that is a really um, unique target audience, and that's a really unique niche, which is a great job for him. But anyways, client testimonials as in an interview. This guy, so he's just basically asking questions, right? First off, when it comes to doing this type of videos, you want to have questions planned first. And I don't suggest just film it for the sake of posting it on Reels. You want to film it for the sake of posting it on long form content, which I'm going to go over in a bit. But you want to post it there actually, right? 20 minutes case study call. But the thing is, what Hoku does is that, right, he posts it on YouTube, but he clips up the clips that is the most suspense and most intense and the most engaging, and then he clips it into YouTube, right? When it comes to you doing these type of content, you want to ask questions. You want to keep asking questions. No, I said that wrong. I meant plan first before you even ask questions, because that is a mistake I used to make. I just came in the call. I don't have anything planned out for myself or for the client, and then I just be asking them and I record. That is authentic, but it doesn't hit the pain points of your viewers. So you want to do research, even use ChatGPT or my Glitch AI bot. Ask them questions, like plan out questions for them. How long ago did you start this? Where were you at? Where are you at now? What is the main takeaway? You feel me? So yeah. Anyways, the video, you don't have to watch this. I can give you guys a quick look at it if you guys want. I'm just gonna show 10 seconds. There you go. Start off with a good hook. It started off with a good hook. And it's just him asking questions. This guy's just talking. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But anyways, captions for this one's pretty simple. Let's get my pen out. 14 years old and already viral. Already number one in his city. Not by luck. We gave him the right guidance, and he applied methods that actually work today, not the outdated stuff most barbers use. Then I forgot to add one thing, but a call to action would be good. CTA. There you go. Once the client DMs you, send them a Calendly link, book call together, and yeah. Now that you guys got this over, we're going to be going. By the way, guys, please take notes. We're going to go over stories next. For stories, pretty simple. What we normally have. Let me just search some of this guys up real quick. Let's go with this guy. As you guys can see, this guy Nick's setting over here. When it comes to you giving results, especially on stories and posting it to highlights, of course you're gonna do that, right? A lot of people tend to have one big highlight just dedicated to showing client results, and that's just one. As you guys can see right here, we're bombarded with highlights over highlights over highlights over the same thing, meaning that look, this is clients testimonials, another client testimonials, another client testimonials, which are packed. Let me show you guys real quick. Boom, 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 boom. As you guys can see, it's bombarded. This implies it's like psychological, right? This implies that, oh my god, there's so many stories, there's so many stuff. I can't just keep it all in one place. That's why he moved it to more and more and more. So when the prospect comes and sees his whole highlight, they're gonna be like, oh my god, how many testimonials does this guy have? It's like it's clients over clients over clients results. Dude, this is actually too much. I actually like this. But as you guys can see, that my point is bombard them with client results, bombard them with client testimonials, right? Don't only just make one make one simple highlight called client results and then just post all your results there. No, don't do that. Make multiple client results and post for each one of them different client results as in. But yeah, but anyways, pretty simple. Just screenshots. That there we go. This is one of my old student, Lynn. Yeah, he was making 5K a month. That's where I got him to. He was making 2K. I got him to 5K. Now he's making 12K. There's a case study which links to my YouTube where it builds more credibility and trust. This YouTube video is like 11 minutes, which is okay. This Alex right here. By the way, I forgot to mention that the fact that he signed a $500 client with only 500 followers, right? With only 500 followers, but oh yeah, okay, yeah. Is this basically screenshots? As you guys can see right here, there's one of like the sales coach, and then he just he just posts clients wins. You can post client talking. It's pretty easy how you can get the clients to talk and do a testimonial for you. um biggest biggest way to do is pretty common sense. Just ask them for a testimonial, but obviously give them the results first, or make something proud, make something that they're proud of. So just ask, bro. Just ask them for it. It's pretty easy. I do that a lot. No, I don't do that a lot now. I used to do it back in the day, but yeah. Anyways, now that's off to the side. We're going to go over YouTube. Let's go over YouTube, and then we're going to move on to posts. For YouTube, right? Long form content. Now we're going to be, oh yeah, we already, yeah, for YouTube. Okay. So first guy, I like to present to you guys like two big coaches that are really good, that does a really good job in doing in doing case study videos on YouTube. So this first guy, he's Nick Setting. This guy name is Nick Setting. There's his page right here if you want to check him out. He has a lot of information, a lot of free sauce, a lot of free information to provide to you guys. But basically, the way he does it, it builds ultra trust and authority, because he does one thing that a lot of people don't, right? He does in-person case study. What do I mean by that is that he literally fly out to his clients, or his clients in his area. They just meet up like this, face to face, right? Clients and him just talking. Nick is just gonna be the one asking questions here and there. As you can see right here, the time 12 minutes, 22 minutes, 19 minutes, 18 minutes, 28 minutes, 21 minutes. The thing with YouTube is that you are not going to get anyone that is, brain rot, that is joking around. You're going to get people who are only, dedicated to this. Because I'm telling you, if, for example, yes, I did watch this guy to here. Yes, I did watch, because I'm trying to learn back in the day as well. As you guys can see, if a brain rot person, a kid that just want to fuck around and play games, my bad for the swearing, they would only watch it to here. Because the thing is, their attention span is so bad, and that entails that they don't want it bad enough. People that want it bad enough would watch it to the end. Hence the reason why they book calls, and YouTube generates me the most money ever, as well as for this guy also, right? In-person case study, is basically like the same as client interview. You just gotta ask questions, a lot of questions, and apply to the in-person case study. Next guy we're going to go over is Max Inhouse, right? I was literally on a call with him yesterday. So what he does all the time is case study call interview. This is still really effective, but I say that this is more effective, right? But obviously you guys are online coaches, right? Who want to fly out to your clients, right? But my point is, you can choose Either of one, it doesn't really matter. For me, I prefer call interview. If I'm with my client in real life, I would probably do in person. That would be better. But some people just gotta stick with call interview and online meetings. Basically, just like as explained it before, this guy client interview, but just post it here. There's benefits to this also, right? Because your videos are going to be 20 minutes long, 10 minutes long. What you can do is that you can clip these clips up, the most how do I say, the most exciting results. What am I even saying? You can clip out the videos where you can clip out the part where it's most exciting, where it's where the client is actually telling you how much they make here and there. All the exciting part, clip them into reels. That way you can post a lot of videos on your Instagram page, as well as still have the YouTube video, which will make you a lot of money also. All right, so now we're going to move on to carousels, right? This is the last one. No, this is not the last one, but yeah, carousels. Carousels, what do I mean by that? On Instagram, there's two sections in your profile, right? There's the reel section, which is over here, and there's a carousel section, which is over here. Carousel sections is the post where you post family pics, where you post a selfie of yourself smiling, whatever it is. But yeah, here you want to use that carousel part, that picture section, as a testimonial for your clients, like a picture before and after. As you can see, he's a fitness coach. This is a before and this is after. Not this is Yeah, he went from A all the way to my handwriting, all the way to B, right? All A to B, basically. But yeah, so, and the captions can just be like the same as this, right? Alex was stuck at $0 a month, this and that. The captions, don't even worry about it. The captions you can honestly just copy and paste, but just change the name and everything, right? Next thing is, you can do like this guy's my client Lynn right here. He did, when he was skinny and when he was buff. Or you can even compare it side to side when your client was starting off, when when the client was freaking fat, really, really fat, all the way to where he's freaking jacked with six pack in there with big muscles, yeah, like this, and then just tell his story. Maybe the next carousel post can be a story about him, like a story about him, like paragraphs upon paragraphs, right? Yeah, but anyways, what if you don't have a client testimonial? What if you don't even have a single client testimonial, like you're starting out? Well, use yourself as the testimonial. Show them your life story. Show them how you went from point A to point B. Show them the results you got for yourself, because you are the biggest testimonial, right? The thing is, I can have, let's say, I can have 500 testimonials of clients. Out of all these people, what are the best testimonials? It's myself, because I'm the one that built the page. I'm the one that did all this. I'm the one that generate the results for the clients. You are the best testimonials ever. Remember that. So if you don't have a testimonial, use your transformation. Use your transformation as a testimonial. But anyways, guys, that is enough for the first module. Hopefully you guys take notes, you guys lock in, and yeah, let's get it. Hey everyone, welcome to the closing scripts that we use for VI Media. This is our exact sales script, so please do not leak it or anything. If you guys haven't checked the rules yet, please do right now. But anyways, let's get to it. So there will be a lot of stages that we will cover. As you can see, the yellow highlights. So we got intent stage, logical certainty, emotional certainty, and pitch. Right. So let's start off with intent, as well as we got objections, fear objections, and everything. I suggest, before I get into explaining, make sure you copy the script so that you can change all this, because there are some type of text where it's something that you guys don't do, right? But anyways, the reason why you guys need to watch this video before actually using the script is that because you guys need to understand it. Each stage, what does each text, what does each part of the script, what does it do, what emotion does it does it provoke, what does it do? You guys need to understand it all. So with the intent stage, you're going to get tangible and experience. Hey, can you hear me? Can you see me? What's up, name? How's it going? What's up, Alex? How's it going? Cool, man. Well, it looks like you booked out a time about possible help with acquiring more leads through social media, right? As you guys can see, you guys need to make a copy and change this around. How can I help? Now, with their answer, they'll give you their tangible, right? Tangible is something that they want, something that they have a desire for. Okay, what have you tried in the past, right? The reason why you want this tangible is that you can apply to here, right? Okay, what have you tried in the past? They're going to be like, oh man, well, I tried out this, I tried out that stuff that clearly isn't working for them. Now you're going to be like, and what have you seen that makes you feel like you don't have tangible? Basically, you're going to copy and paste their answers over here, right? And now once you question them this, they're going to give you an answer which you're going to get their experience, their bad experience, like their PTSD. Now we're moving on to the next part, logical certainty. Here you're going to get their cause, their problem, and their probe. What are you doing for all of this marketing through social media thing that is causing you? By the way, change this around as well, because a lot of you guys, have different type of business that is causing you the experience, right? Again, you're going to copy and paste the answers over here, right? So for example, the experience is what, like, they've seen how do I see not enough results or anything. You're going to put it there. And how long have you been doing that? You want to act concerned. The reason why you want to act concerned is to tell them that, like, hey, this shit that you're doing right now isn't clearly working and you need to change. You feel me? So by acting concerned, you're not only telling them that this shit isn't working, you're also building your perceived authority up. So you're the boss. You're the boss, right? Now they're gonna answer. How long have you been doing that? They're gonna answer, oh, 2, 3 months, and then you're going to act confused. Sales is basically like an acting game. It doesn't really matter how you feel or how you like really feel or think internally. It's about what happens on the outside. So you want to act confused, right? You can even fake it. And what caused you to do this in the first place, right? Now it's gonna create doubt. It's gonna create doubt, and they're going to answer it, right? It's gonna create doubt. Now the reason, like, the whole part of this is to literally tell them that, hey, this isn't working for you. This isn't working for you. What you're doing right now is not working. You gotta change. You gotta push them to a change. Now you're gonna move on. Now you're going to move on to, do you like it? Like, besides negative tangible. Negative tangible is something that they don't want to happen, or something that already happened, but is something that they don't like. Do you like it? Like, besides not having any leads, not having any books calls, not having any sales, do you, I guess, like the process of acquiring more leads? If they say yes, you want to act like, be super curious, right? Oh, what do you like about it? If no, it can't be all terrible if you've been doing it all along. What do you like about it? The reason why you always want to like, the only reason why, if they say yes or no, I always have to like point in one direction only, not two directions, right? Is because you want to avoid small talk. You want to avoid small talk, and plus you want them to agree with you and literally follow your steps. That way you're like the boss and they're like the, how do I say, they're like a soldier listening to their commanders and doing the commander's command, right? Now once they answer it, okay, can't be all terrible if you've been doing it. Is there anything you would like to change about your lead generation at the moment? Change this around, like I said. Now you're going to get their tangible the second time. The reason why I say this, the reason why you want to get their tangible the second time is because the first time, right, when they see you, when they just met you, like when you met a stranger, you're going to give really surface-based level answers. Now, when you dive deeper, 10 minutes, I think this will be around like 10 minutes into the call, right? Once you're in 10 minutes in the call, obviously they're going to dive deeper into the tangible. So they're going to dive deeper as they trust you even more, right? What do you mean? Qualify that for me. Obviously, right? If their goal is to get leads, when you say qualify that for me, it doesn't mean like, oh, what is leads? Explain me what a lead is. No. How many leads do you want? Right? For example, their tangible is, I want leads. You're going to be like, what do you mean? Qualify that for me. How many leads do you want? You wanna dive into specifics, right? Get them to specify their needs. Example, I want 10 leads, I want 20 leads. You wanna let them specify. And how far away are you from that goal? This is the qualifying question. The reason why you don't want to ask, oh, how much money do you make? It sounds too salesy, and it clearly sounds that you're trying to qualify them. So by telling them that, hey, how far are you away from that goal? That's like, you know, you're getting specifics about how much they're making, how many leads do they have. You feel me? Now we're moving on to the next part, which is emotional certainty. This is identity shift and future pace. Okay, and just so I see from your point of view, besides the problem you already uncovered, what is the reasoning of even looking at like a way to get more leads rather than just doubling down on what you're doing right now with their current strategy that they have been doing all along, right? Like the average person would, man. Then let them speak. Okay, and in regards to that, before you and I were speaking, were you out there looking for other ways to get more inbound leads, or what were you doing before that? No, if they say no, oh, what prevented you? If they say yes, say, so what shifted now? What got them to change now? Like, why now? Why they hop on a call now? Let's say there was a way of possibly getting you to that goal of $10,000 a month, $50 million a month. What would tangibly be different from your business at that point? Now over here, you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop until you get 2 to 3 tangibles or specifics that will be different from their business. And if we accomplish that goal, man, of like adding more sales and revenue and all that kind of lead generation stuff, step into those shoes for a second. What would that do for you, like personally though? And on the flip side, what happens if you don't? Like, what actually happens if you continue down the current trajectory of the problem, right? Their problem for the next 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or even 2 years. You're not going to stop until you get 2 to 3 negative specifics. And how you feel at that point. The reason why you want to ask this here is you want to dive deep into their pain. You want to make them feel emotional. You want to make them feel that, like, okay, if I don't take action today, this is what's going to happen in the future, and this is what I feel about it, right? Obviously you don't want to feel sad or anything, right? Now you're going to move on to the pitch. So in here you're going to get their commitment to change, pillars, and this is the part where they sell themselves. So this would sound like an obvious question, but it's not. Are you willing to settle for that? No, obviously the answer would be no, right? And why now? Because there's always this new year, new me guy. Why actually draw that line and make that change? Because you haven't for the past few months. And whose responsibility is it? The reason why you want to ask here, because it sounds so ridiculous. Like, of course, it's his responsibility, right? This is to prevent the partner objection. You know, all these calls when you had, and they'll be like, oh, I need to talk to my wife about it. Oh, I need to talk to my dog about it. I need to talk to my friend about it. This is the reason why you need to ask this question, because it pre how do I say it? It pre like object. It handles the objection. Yeah, pre handles the objection. So obviously they're gonna say, yes, it's my responsibility. So now when they give you that objection of, I need to talk to my wife, I need to speak to my wife, you're going to use what they said before. Wait, didn't you say it was your responsibility? You feel me? Based on what I've heard, man, of, like the problem and goal, I think what we're doing for sure could help you. Keep in mind that this is not for you to change that around. So let's do this, bro. We can put out a game plan together right now of how you can actually get you to that goal. Does that sound good? Okay, great. I'll share my screen. Again, it kind of goes two-way, right? Either you have a presentation to show them or you don't, right? What I recommend you do is have a presentation to tell them more about your offer. Based on what I've covered, do you actually feel like this will actually get you to this goal? Okay, and why though? Again, you're bringing them back to their pain, their desires. So the total investment, man, to actually get the value, right, that you present or you already told them about it, so you can get the goal, 10 leads, 20 leads, is, for example, $2,000, $2,000 for 90 days. How you like to proceed? Now it's either going to be, yes, I want to proceed and let's get the payment done, or it's going to be objection. There's going to be a lot of objection, right? So objection number one, money logistical, right? Obviously 99% of the time, objections is normally going to be money objection, or not if your audience are qualified, you already qualified, like pre-qualified them. But yeah, money logistical. Okay, not a problem, man. Like, money aside, if the offer is free, would you do it? Why though? Because what would that do for you personally? So is just that initial investment of $2,000, or is it, or if there was a way to possibly break it up, would that make it more digestible? Say yes, no, whatever it is, or even if So cash on hand, man. Besides bills and expenses, what do you have available so you can just so? Oh wait, my bad. I read this wrong. What do you have available so you can see so you can invest? Just see if I can help. Now you're going to put out a payment plan, right, or a financing plan that works within their budgetary constraints. Then, right, you're gonna spend this completely freestyle. You gotta freestyle this your own. For example, they cannot afford $2,000, but they have, I don't know, they have $1,000. So you might be like, okay, we can do $1,000, and next month we can do another $1,000, so that the program pays for itself afterwards. Okay, so with the understanding that you feel like it will get you to XYZ goal, and it works within your budgetary constraints, restraints, how would you like to proceed? Now it's either going to be a yes or it's just that. Oh, by the way, for time, yeah, I mean, bro, guys, it's pretty common sense up here to them. Only the sales part needs explaining. Other than that, you guys can probably just see it for yourself. But yeah, it's pretty easy to understand. Fear objection also. Yeah, let me just explain the fear objection. So on fear objection, right? If you've gone through the how do I say? If you've gone through the all the objections, like money objection, partner objection, and even if it makes sense for them, but they're like, oh, it's just that, for example, right? It works within their budgetary restraints, like the payment plan. They can obviously pay it, and they're still like, it's just that. That means it's no longer an actual objection. It's fear. They're just scared to spend money. They're just scared to take action, right? Now, this is what I like to go for. By the way, you don't have to follow 100% of the script. This is just a script that me and my team use to literally get us to that point, right? So makes sense, right? Okay, first we want to hop on a green state. Makes sense, right? Because we all make decisions based on our perspective, right? So now there's a lot of frames that you can use over here to reframe their mindset. There's what's riskier. That's frame number one. Frame number two. Frame number three. Yeah, you guys can just see it. Yeah, $4,000 is just basically how much time you got left, and the lack of time, and you actually got to take action now. Decision making process is how if a broke person makes his decision making process, he is broke, right? It's that. This is my favorite frame. So what is riskier frame? Okay, man, but what is riskier? Is it riskier you get the funding so we can help you get XYZ results? Or is it riskier you don't do anything, never able to get XYZ results, and nothing changes? What do you feel that what do you feel is actually riskier in reality? Obviously they're gonna say yes. If no, it's either they're trolling you or they're just not thinking the right way. So now you're going to push back if they say yes, which 100% of the time they would, right? Push back. But why though? Why is it riskier to not do anything? And then you're going to give them the consequence. Because what happens if you don't? Because what happens if you continue to not do anything? Now, again, you're reminding them, you're making them go back. You're reminding them again that, hey, if you don't do anything, this was going to happen to you. And you literally said it yourself. I didn't do that, right? That's the reason why you keep asking questions. Now you have to add a call to action after that. So what do you feel we should do to make you make X a reality so you don't settle for Y? Boom. And now it's yeah, if it's yes, then yeah, proceed with the payment plan. If it's a no, then you can't really help them, or you can just try out other um free frame. Anyways, this is a roadmap over here. You guys can basically just see it out. Keep in mind, shout out to Impact Team with my boy Andres. He helped me a lot. But Yeah, guys.
Alright, bro, so we are officially at the end of the course. We have finished completely everything that you need to know in order to actually start your own coaching offer utilizing your skill set. Hopefully you guys been taking action, you guys been taking notes, and most importantly, just implementing. And here's the thing that I'd like you guys to know. Like, all the stuff that I'm giving you right now is worth tens and tens of thousands of dollars from my past experience that I've invested into my previous mentor, right? I've invested tens of thousands of dollars. And if you were to actually implement and take action, just put your heads down, just lock in, you will get the results no matter what. The only thing is that it will probably take you trials and tribulations, right? This stuff completely works. What I'm saying is that it might take time. It might take, maybe even months of trials and tribulations to even make this work. But if you actually do want to cut the line, if you actually do want a shortcut to this game, then what I have down below in the description is a discovery call for my one-on-one mentorship. If you're ready to take it to the next step, if you're ready for me to actually help you out personally one-on-one, I want you to book a call down below and I'll see if I can even help.